Oh yeah, no, we definitely are. I wanted to capture the things that I am dealing with. This is my life now. This is my life filled with hoodlums. This is hoodlums, hooligans, and insanity. Yeah, that's next week we'll introduce the hype horn. I'm afraid to, but I feel like it must be done because it's hype horn. Hype horn. We need a hype horn. That is what we are needing. That's what we are HYPE hype horn. Never mind, I'm done. Okay, well, but yeah, yeah, Parrish, exactly. Sonder has a magic cloak. Yeah, not hype horn. I get it now. I understand. I didn't know what you guys were hearing, but now, thank you, LV. Thank you, LV, for clarifying, because I have an angelic mind and clearly am the most pure of all of these heathens. Anyway. No receipts are necessary. You don't need a receipt to get your money back. Yeah, sure, to ride this ride. Okay. So, all right. We just lying today. Men will be men, she says. Whatever. Anyway, welcome to, Game of Santos, where we are professionals and love what we do in front of the camera. For the love of God, I, for whatever reason, thought you legitimately did not have a shirt on. It took me like 0.5 seconds because of the color of that shirt, and you just go whoosh, and I was like, oh. Wow. No. I mean, you're not, but it just, for the split second, out of the corner of my eye, I just saw the dramatic reveal, and it wouldn't be the first time. Actually, it would be the first time. But yeah, so anyway, welcome to, tonight's episode of Game of Santos, where we play D&D for fun because we can, and it's a free country. We do this for fun, and it's a free country. Oh, for now. for now. Anyway, so to get a little bit of backstory as to what is going on currently, oh wow, I almost said the Mighty Nine. You can tell what I've been watching. God damn it. The Brigade of 8. That's the one. The Brigade of 8 have been the guests of the Thayan Empire within the Vault of Sages here in the city of Silvery Moon, far in the north of Faerun. You have been invited here because of an interest with Kindred, by the High Mage that is in charge of Silvery Moon, who goes by the name of Amaranth, a old silver dragonborn diviner. And after a rather savage surgery, the item that was removed from Kindred that was thought to be a phylactery turned out to not be that at all. Turned out to be something else entirely. And upset at the deal being the phylactery for everybody else's everybody else's freedom, I guess, in essence. Safety, yes. I was like, everybody else to be free, to be able to leave the city without being harmed. She wanted that phylactery. So now that the phylactery turned out to not be it, or that was not the phylactery, she told Kindred, you must make peace with your friends because she was going to have it one way or another. And knowing the care that she had taken in the last surgery, you were like, oh boy, this is going to be pretty bad. So you and Alcuin were escorted back to everybody else who was hanging out in the dining hall to say your goodbyes, as it were, while you were eating food, not nachos. And you were under guard by 4 like heavily armed thin guards. And as you were approaching, or the group was kind of gathering together, mind you, Soul down there, or yeah, over there, wherever I put you, Soul is currently in the room in Weasel wild shape. So he's not with everybody else. But the 5 of you gathered together, the guards behind you, the building shakes and rattles with some sort of what seems like a sound of an explosion off in the distance. The windows like vibrating and shaking. Then followed directly again with another one. Another explosion and rattling. Some of the red wizards and scribes there within the dining hall start to run and scatter, trying to apparently go to their posts or find cover. And in that moment, Kindred released a Steel Wind Strike, a rather anime-ish blurring wizard attack that allows him to dash from one to the other. He missed 2 of the guards, but got 2 of the other ones, and succeeded in dealing out enough damage to where they wound up dead. And the other 2 were tossed backwards. And that's kind of where we left off. So, on that note, you have the 2 guards that are now like on their backs. The other 2 falling over, blood sprayed everywhere. Everyone being you guys, kind of just in a moment of like, what the F just happened? And I would like us to go ahead and roll for initiative. Dum dum dum. We are not wasting time. Okay. Let me hold on 1 second. I have to fix this. Fix. So yeah. The camera changed, and now I have to move this around. Let's see where we have to play switcheroo. Trying to find where. Oh, there we go. That works. Now you guys can see. Also, since we're in battle, let's go ahead and amp this up a little more. I know, right? It's just like all the randomness that's happening. There we go. And I can adjust this. We'll fix this up a little bit. So you guys can see we have Kindred here and Alcuin. We have 2 dead guards, a la crime scene investigation. And then we have the 2 other guards, and then everybody who's kind of gathered there at the table. Shut up. No, I will not. Oh my god, every time apparently. Don't even ask, because I have like the worst experiences ever. There's still a couple. Yeah. There are a few individuals that are now running out this direction. I'm just going to use these nondescript, peoples there, as they are starting to run. Let's get a fresh fresh page going there. And get everybody's initiative order as I open up the encounters on TNT Beyond, which is a handy dandy tool, etc., etc. We're running. Shut up, Adam. You get to say nothing. All right, so Kindred, what do we have? 21. Galil. 9. Aliquin. 15. Sonder. 16. Iskra. 22. Go ahead, Soul, just so that we'll have you on here. Go ahead and roll initiative for me, please. Perfect. Renan. 16. Perfect. Dun, 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 dun. All right, and now I get to roll for these chaps. Oh, Lord. Okay. And then, oh, this music's good. Let me make sure. All right, so. Oh, wait a second. Yeah. Let me double check. Ha! Okay.
No, I don't hear us.
Yeah. Well, now you should, because now you are unmuted. Like I said, we had plenty of fun technical difficulties. So now, yeah, I heard someone now. Yeah, you should hear everybody now. Because, you know, that's just how we are rolling. Okay. So, thank you for pointing that out. And now that we are in initiative, let's see, back over here. So, top of the round, we have Iskra. What are you doing, Iskra?
Okay.
You are
one of these lovely individuals.
You're right over here, behind. You and Renan are next to each other.
Yes, yes. All right.
Let me see if I can put this up here. Kind of give you a better-ish view. All right.
Well, I will head to the nearest guard and let my fist fly.
Okay. So you can either like go around this way, or you're just gonna go straight up over the table.
Hell, it's fighting time. I'm gonna go straight up over the table.
All right. Yeah. So you just like in that moment you see Kindred kind of just like stop and kind of look back to you guys for just that split second, and Iskra, you don't even like hesitate. You just jump up on that table, running across, kicking plates and things over and off to the side.
Holding to the guard mentality.
Yeah.
Well, if I had improvised fighting, I would kick the plates at the guards too. And, like,
oh, that would have been dope. Definitely. Well, we'll just pretend that you could try. You did that. You kicked it in that general direction, and they kind of were just like, "What the?" And now you are face to face with the guard there.
Okay, perfect. Let's roll to attack.
All right, go for it.
And you said they're on their backs, knocked over, prone?
Yes, they're already starting to get up.
Okay.
First attack is going to be a 22.
That hits.
And second attack is going to be a 12.
12. Okay. So first attack hits, second attack misses as you like just go in straight for the jugular in a term, just go straight swing in. Are you doing unarmed, right? Attacks?
Yes, so I should get one more since I used both.
Yeah.
All right. And last one is 20. But
20
not
hits. Okay. 20
All
hits.
natural. Damage time.
Damage time. Kindred, you'll be up next.
Okay, so 9 for the first attack and 4 for the second.
All right, so 13 damage total.
Literally kicking them while they're down.
Yeah. All right. Good job. All right, so then let's see here. All right, so anything else you wanted to do on your turn?
No, that's it.
Okay, just double checking. So, you know, you knock into him. With the viciousness, is you find a few spots that aren't armored because they do have the plate mail on. So the next person then is going to be Kindred.
I cast Firebolt at the one Iskra is fighting,
Okay.
and 23 to hit.
Get that, what's it called, the Iron Man fist up, and fire off that little bolt of fire. 23 to hit, that hits.
Damage is 12.
12 damage. The fire catches him. You can hear and smell the little sizzling of hair and flesh. So he kind of screams in pain. Nice. Anything else you want to do? Any movement?
I'm right by one of the dead ones, right?
Yes. Yeah, you're right here.
What weapons are they carrying?
They are apparently carrying large swords.
Oh, like great swords?
Yeah.
Oh, okay then. If I see a hand like coin purse there, I'll just like grab it. Otherwise, I'm running. Like, towards the
Yeah,
group.
you probably wouldn't be able to. They don't have anything like outside.
Loose hanging
Loose hanging off
off.
of them.
All right, then I start telling it back to the group.
All right, so where are you going?
Those 3 goals are like innocent people, right?
Yeah, these are just people that are running out right now.
Okay. Yeah, I start making my way back to the others.
So everybody else is
So-
like right here.
Yeah, so that direction.
So just move back.
Yeah.
10. Let's see. You can get to there.
Like up 1 square, and then back 1 more if I can.
Yes. Yeah, that's fine.
Okay.
So we move back far enough away. All right, so that ends your turn. Next up, we have Renan.
Have any of them not been hit yet?
This one in the far back over here.
Okay. So I'm gonna go up 10 feet and then guiding bolt.
Okay.
That one, and that was a 23 to hit.
23. All right, excellent. That does hit.
Nice. Oh, that is a wrong dice. My bad. 21 damage.
21. All right. Wow. Good job. So you fire. Is it just 1 bolt, right? So you fire that.
Yeah, because it's level
Yeah.
1.
All right. So you fire off that bolt of divine energy. Just sizzles and crackles and white, almost like light, a little lightning orb that just kind of spins and fires its way from your hands, striking the guard as he's getting like he's basically on his haunches now as he's like trying to get up, watching his friend next to him just get beat by this guard that just jumped over the table at him like a wild animal. Went full on spider monkey, you know, or whatever. All right. Anyway, let's see. That brings us to Sonder. It is now Sonder's turn.
Okay. I'm
And
going to.
Alec, when you're up next after that.
I'm trying to see where am I? Am I?
You are right here.
Okay.
This little dude.
I'm gonna run up to the guy that's right in front of me. I think that's him.
There,
that what
these are only the 2 guards that
Oh.
were with you guys right now.
To the left.
Yeah, these guys are some of the red wizards that were here in the area, but we're already like heading out because
Running out.
due to the explosion. They haven't really like noticed what is happening at the moment.
Okay, I'm gonna run up to the one that's that one guard that's further back.
This one or this one?
Yeah, that one.
This one over, right now?
Yeah, in the back.
That's the one that Renan just hit. So you get up to right there. So with Renan, remind me with guiding bolt, does that grants advantage on the next round or no? I think it does.
Yes, it does.
All right.
Okay.
So then you do get advantage on your first attack roll there.
Oh, nice. Okay. I'm gonna take out my dagger,
Chic.
while also having my staff, and run out. That is a
Okay.
staff in one hand, dagger in the other. Strike with the dagger. That's a 21 to hit,
21 hits.
and that will be 8 damage.
8 damage. Okay.
And then I'll strike with the staff. That's going to be a, let's see, 19 to hit.
All right. So that hits as well.
And that one will be 9 damage.
All right. Okay, hold on. Let me go back to that. Back to this guy. So this one was
Smile
9.
in
What was,
solidarity, nod at Sonder.
what was the first damage was how much?
Ooh.
I didn't realize you were doing damage and the thing. I got this last one was 9. What was the one before it?
It was high as well. I don't remember what it was.
Let's say 8 or 9 as
It was
well.
8, I
I
think.
think it might have been 8.
All right,
Yeah.
I'll go with 8.
Yeah.
Okay. So
And then I'm going to do an unarmed attack, elbowing him in the face.
okay. So first you
Yeah.
make the blade attack, and then you come in with your staff, and then you go in with that elbow just straight, trying to catch him off guard. Go for it.
That is a 26 to hit.
26 hits. Everyone's
And
rolling
that is-
really well tonight.
10 damage.
10
Nice.
damage.
Wow. Okay, Sunder. All right.
Okay.
And then that'll be my turn.
Okay. As you do this like stabbing attack and you spin around with the back of your staff and then clock him with your elbow, the assault and quickness of it sends him back and like flat up against the walls. He's just kind of stunned, and now he's bleeding from you can see part of the blood coming down from like the side of his neck. I don't know if it's coming like from his face or his head from the wound, the whack that you just gave him with the staff. But he now seems stunned up against the wall as he just kind of starts sliding back down. He's just like coughing, trying to catch his breath, having the air almost knocked out of him from the severity of that attack. All right, so that ends your turn. Aliquin, it is now your go.
Okay. I'm going to double Eldritch Blast. The guy on the wall and the guy in front of me.
All right.
Nice.
So
Like
you
all cowboy style, like all.
Yeah, double-handed.
awesome.
So the first one, so natural 20 plus 8.
Yeah.
Yay. So that's the first one to hit.
Yep.
Then a 17 plus 8 is 25.
I'm gonna test this. Let's see how. Oh, that was kind of really quiet.
Oh, can you hear me?
There we go.
Oh,
Nice. That's cool.
You fire off those 2 Eldritch blasts, one after the other. Which target were you taking? The one against the wall or the one here?
both. Both.
One for each. So one
yeah.
and one. Okay, got it. And
So the damage for the first one Was 6, but it's doubled, so that's gonna be 12 for that one.
All right, perfect.
And that's the guy. And that's the guy on the wall. And my second one is, oh well, just a normal 12 for the second guy.
Normal 12. All right. So as you blast one in the shoulder and he takes like a step back, caught off guard by the blast that you had shot off, the one on the wall that was starting to sink down, the helmet flies off of his body as there is now this like splattering of gore that goes up against the wall, burnt and smeared up as his body kind of like falls and twists over. You hear the loud clanking of the metal of his armor just like crash on the ground, sliding a couple of feet away as he is now toasted.
Oh shit.
As this very pure Pokemon music starts playing. No big deal. It's fine.
Put your head on backwards. Let's go.
All right. So, all right. So now we have the one guy left that is standing there currently. So then that brings us over to Soul's turn, which you currently are up in the room. Did you receive the message right about the bombs or no? What had happened with that? I'm trying to remember.
I had Eloquence by his murmur that he needs to set him off now because we need to go.
Yeah,
okay.
I remember that.
Point of order. You did not install a remote on these bombs, so okay, just making sure. So Soul, you are currently in weasel form up in the room, and you heard the message to the bombs need to go off. As you are hearing that, though, you do hear the loud, you hear an explosion coming from outside. It doesn't sound like it's close enough to have been the airship, but you do hear like the room, the windows and the doors of the balcony kind of rattle and shake a little bit with the explosion.
So speaking of Pokemon,
Yeah.
I'm as a weasel, I'm going to jump up on the bed and then on the dresser, see if I can take a look out the window.
I mean,
toward.
Okay, go ahead.
Go ahead.
No.
No, just this beat.
The balcony is open.
Okay. So I'll go out in the balcony. Is it still like covered in snow?
Yeah.
Okay, that'd be fine. I'm a weasel. I'll see what I can find out or what I can see.
Yeah. Make a perception check for me.
Okay. Go, Soul Weasel, I choose you. 12.
Okay, 12. Quickly looking around, you don't see any source of the explosion from your vantage point. There in your rooms. You do see the ship on the opposite side, and you can see that there is some movement going back and forth of like some of the deckhands or something that like are going from down below to up top, and they look like they're getting stuff ready. You do see that the cargo hold in the back is starting to lower.
Okay, so it looks like they're about to do something.
Mm-hmm.
Interesting. Well, I'm kind of curious to see how they're going to do it.
Okay. So you just kind of keep an eye out there?
Yeah, I'm going to keep watch. Because I have no idea what's going on anywhere else. Like, I don't hear this battle going on either, right?
No.
Okay.
Currently.
That's that. I will keep watch on this ship and surrounding areas.
All right. So then, as you are doing this and keeping an eye, we'll go ahead and go to the next turn. These people continue to move out of the way, going down the hallway and disappearing out of sight as they go that direction and that direction. In the meantime, though, I'm going to use these two you do see that two of the floating attendants are
Fuck. This is where it happens.
moving their way in. They get to there with their movement. Yes.
They're gonna chair us. They're
Yeah.
gonna chair us.
Okay, so that's as far as they get.
I am so intimidated by the prospect of
I really
fighting
am
these guys.
Yeah.
The first one gets there. It's like you can see he's like automatic, or they are automatically starting to like their eyes still impassive. No change in the severity of their looks at all by seeing like this body that's just like charred and beaten there in the entryway. It just kind of seems to like take stock of what is going on and then focuses up on you, still completely deadpan.
Nothing to see here.
You can also hear from Kindred from the hallway behind you. You can hear footsteps coming, or you can't tell if they're coming or going. I guess it's kind of echoey in the hallway, but it does sound like there are more footsteps going down that direction. That brings us up to Galil's turn. I love that this has all happened within 6 seconds. You've just, all of you, just like, just completely gone ham on these two guys. One guy just kind of just got pummeled, blasted up against the wall, then blew up, and then the other guy is now like watching in
This is
horror.
an episode of The Boys.
I'm running 5, 10, 15 feet that way.
Towards
Towards
that.
the other table? Yes.
Okay, so 5, 10, 15.
20, 25. Okay, make it all to 30.
Okay, 20, 25, 30. Here?
Yeah. And he's 10 feet away from me, right?
Yes.
I'm gonna longbow him.
Okay. So as you're running forward, you take out your longbow, get it ready, kind of line up the shot, and just after you pass Iskra, and come up to his side, he's like turning his attention to you now. You fire off that longbow. Wait, do
30, 20?
And then what?
I
And
have?
then what?
Do I have? Yeah, I do. Wow, that's a presumptuous squish at the end, but you know, dirty 20. Oh, that does hit though. I forgot. You're right.
So it does squish.
Yeah. So
Ooh.
yeah, and
So that's
actually
11 points of damage.
11 points of damage. You
Then I'm gonna have
go ahead.
Finn come out, fly over behind him.
What's Finn's movement?
60 for flying.
Okay, 60. Oh yeah, so he just jumps up and flies. It comes up behind him.
Yeah.
So he takes a couple of running leaps, whoosh, and then flies right over, soaring over Iskra. You can feel the wind kind of pass over you and Sonder. It just goes whoosh as this large, like Great Dane-sized griffin just flies overhead, lands on the other side, claws scratching into the marble floor as it leaps. Then I'm assuming to do something else.
It hits 23 with its claws to literally claw the fuck out of his throat.
Having taken, okay, so yeah, this is fine. So having taken the arrow and it's like stuck into the bottom of his neck, and he's like gripping up, and his body turns in the direction of like
And it's
spitting
10
a
damage.
of how much damage?
10.
10. as his body spins around with the momentum of that longbow shot, he just comes right into contact with Finn, who, as if this whole thing had been choreographed and practiced before, just slices through his neck like these large gouges tearing across his jugular, blood's going everywhere, and the body just crumples to the ground. Still kind of spinning now, as he just was like spun one direction, now smack the other, just completely falls to the ground. So both these guys are now dead. I'm gonna make 2 X marks where they were, just so that.
We know.
Okay. So that ends your turn, and you now have the 2 guards who did not stand a chance.
And they thought.
Yeah, as you can hear.
Bonus action, go up there and beat the bitch, slap them.
Bonus, yeah, okay. Yeah, that's totally the thing. So now top of the next round, we have Iskra as this guy just like these 2 were just obliterated by your team around you, and you're realizing how potent of a force you guys are.
Yes.
Right.
All right.
Bird's eye view. We'll just get down a little bit.
I'm gonna run up to the side of Finn, so there's like a straight line between me and the 2 attendants.
But so right about there, or here.
Yeah.
You're going up to the attendants or no?
No, just right there is fine.
Okay. So, yeah.
And then I will use Rip Current, aka Gust of Wind,
Yeah.
to try to keep those guys in the doorway or push them back.
Okay. Let's see. So, Gust of Wind.
They have a strength DC
Okay.
of 10 to beat, or to 15 that they have to beat, I believe. But it's on their turn, not when I initially
All right.
cast it.
So you, as you set up to do this water blast of just strong water that just kind of shoots forward in that direction. So yeah, that starts happening. So that ends your turn,
Yes. that's
right?
all I
Because
do.
they don't make the save until their turn, correct?
Mhm.
All right. All right, then that brings us up to Kindred.
So then, did I see the 2 ghost attendants coming up, or I just footsteps in general?
You can hear footsteps in general from the direction. You probably saw like brief movement coming from that hallway, considering the angle that you're kind of at. So you would have seen them because they haven't crossed the threshold yet. So
Okay.
they haven't
So
crossed
then,
inside.
seeing that, and then seeing all 4 guards go down, I'm just gonna like yell through, like, "Okay, let's go, guys!" And then, knowing the building somewhat, like, what would have been the fastest way for us to just get out?
If you were
like-
trying to leave,
Yeah.
let's see. You would have to you'd have to be going this direction. So you would be
Oh, so
making you'd be going towards the Magian to get out the front.
Okay. So then,
Basically the windows on that side,
Mhm.
on this far side here that you can kind of see, those windows face outside the school.
but it's outside.
Yes, it would be outside the school.
And are we on the first floor?
Correct.
Okay. Seeing that and then hearing footsteps from the other side, then I will. Are the tables? Are they like stools?
So they are normal tables, but then they have benches that go across. So I might think almost like a school cafeteria, but these are like really nice, padded benches.
Hogwarts.
Yeah, very much
Okay.
like.
Wooden stools, though, right?
Yeah, that's all made out of wood.
Okay. So then I would start heading towards the windows and seeing if that's Renan in the back. Ask him like, "Want to help me?" and see if we can grab a stool and
What's your movement speed?
Oh, it's 30.
30 feet.
So I probably won't make it this round, but heading that way.
5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Yeah, you can grab one of these stools that's like right there.
And then we'll make my way to the window, and I'm gonna attempt to like break it for a quick escape.
Okay, so he asks that of Renan. Renan will get to. Oh yeah, you're up next anyway. So
Oh.
what are you gonna do? As Kindred starts
Um,
grabbing one of
with my
the
movement
pulling one of
speed.
these heavy like benches out. scraping across the floor
With
awkwardly.
my movement speed going down and over, would I be able to make it in time? Like make it in one turn?
I mean, you can, because you'd both need to pick it up. They're not light benches, so you'd both need to carry one end to like fling it. It's pure mahogany, man.
Oh, but I would have like waited till we got to the end tables to grab it, because seeing if they're heavy, I don't want to.
So then
drag
then in that case you can only, let's see, from where you were at, you can get to there.
Okay then.
Okay. I'm going to, in that case, are there any enemies still in the room?
Currently, not yet. You see the two attendants that are like flying in you guys' general direction.
And me shooting a jet of water
Yeah.
towards them.
Yeah.
What is Thunderwave's effect on breakable objects?
Thunderwave.
Ooh,
Yeah.
glass is resistant, or not resistant. Glass does not like that spell. That's what I'll say. Yeah, glass and crystal.
I'm trying to make sure, just in case. I guess so I don't take up too much time.
No, you're fine.
Would Thunderwave work for breaking the windows out?
Let me see here. Thunderwave. So it's in a 15-foot cube originating from you. I happen to have, well, I don't have a cube, but I do have a little circle that is a 15-foot circle. So if you were to get a little closer, what's your movement speed?
Should be, flying 50, I think.
Okay, so yeah, you can make it over. If you were to fly in this general direction. You know, fly to one of the windows?
Yeah. Yeah, and as soon as I get to the window, just Thunderwave.
All right. So as you cast Thunderwave, this loud, crackling thunder sound roars through the enclosed space here. Let's see here. I thought that there was a Thunderwave thing that I had, but you know, it's always hidden whenever I'm not actually needing it.
Gotta be prepared. Come on now.
I
Come
know.
on, Sailor Jupiter.
Yeah, right. Well, you know, it's been a while since I was in the combat sound effects, so I'm just, you know, I only have so many. But yes, we'll just go with a large, like, exploding sound as it just blasts out in the area. The glass spider webs all the way up from the top to bottom. These windows are like, they're about 10 feet wide, but they go all the way up to the ceiling, which is a good 30 feet up. But you can see them buckle and shake and then just spider web all the way up to the top. They haven't broken. This glass is made to withstand a pretty sizable force, considering it was a school of mages and accidents do happen. So, you know, they're built.
The good news is I don't think that the bench would have worked by itself.
I mean, not entirely, no. So you've now weakened the glass some. Also, all the plates and cups and any silverware that was on these nearby tables just goes flying in all directions, scattering across the dining room. A couple of them getting pretty close to ricocheting off of your friends, but not too much, not too bad.
I just have a fork sticking out of my head.
What happened? Something's wrong. You're like you're the pirate in Pirates of the Caribbean that gets the fork stuck in his wooden eye. Yeah. That's that's what it is. All right, so that ends your turn, Renan. Sonder, it is now your turn.
Going to run back and hop on that bench that's directly like in line with the two attendants. Yeah,
This one.
the other one.
This one over here.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So 5, 10, 15, 20, 25.
And then I'll pull out my bow.
All right, so you have to store
And-
all of your items, mind you. So you can't just be like
Oh.
switching. Yeah.
No.
So I mean, yeah, if I could say if you wanted to do that, so you want to get your bow out instead, because it's a loop bow, isn't it? Right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So you storing your things. So we'll say that we'll just use that as a bonus action because you had a dagger and your staff to do that. So, so then for your action, you want to attack with your bow.
Yeah, I'll go and attack. Yeah.
All right.
Let's see. Do I still have that ability that Renan gave me?
The what?
The advantage, or is that
No,
only
it's just
one?
that one. It was just that one guy after the guiding bolt. That first attack after
Okay.
guiding bolt.
It's 24 to hit.
24 hits.
then-
Wait, does it? Yes, it does. Just double checking. Because I was forgot we're switching from the soldiers to these guys, the attendants, and I was like, wait,
Yeah.
what is that again?
And that is a 7 damage, sir. And then I have 2 actions, right? So I'm allowed to take another action.
You have 2 attacks.
Yeah, 2 attacks, and then my bonus attack, or my bonus action.
No,
my bonus
no
action is
bonus
by-
at yeah. So you just have your
Yeah, so
regular
that's gone.
attack.
Okay, so I'm gonna do my second attack. Same loop bow. 14 to hit.
14 hits.
Oh, okay. And then that's going to be 11 damage.
Okay, hold on. So it was 11. What was the first one again? I'm having to change something here.
Ooh. 7,
Okay.
I think.
So from
Yeah.
now on, we'll just go ahead and do the hits first, and then we'll do damages after that, so that I have time to
Okay.
to switch all of this.
To
Bananas.
tally.
Yeah.
Cool. But then I'm going to move to the edge of that bench, further away.
Okay, so so then we're doing, it was 10 damage, right?
Mhm.
And then 7.
11 damage. 11 damage and 7 damage.
Okay, so 18 total. All right. So let's see. That works. All right. So as that first and second arrow fly off and hit their target, it's still flying forward. The 2 arrows just stick into its body, and it doesn't seem to
Ooh.
react. There's no physical reaction. Iskra, you being the closest one, you can see that the wounds where the arrows have pierced, where normally you would see that reddish blood kind of starting to spread on the clothing, it almost looks like mercurial silver just starts oozing down the front of its
Ew.
tunic.
Ew, shiny.
All right, so Sandra, that ends your turn.
Yeah.
All right, Alequin, you're up next.
So did Iskra already do the hide?
Well,
Or she can do it on her turn?
she's still doing it. It hasn't got to their turn yet. You guys
Okay.
rolled really well, and they rolled like crap.
Okay. So seeing that she's getting ready to do her water thing, can I actually shoot Ray of Frost at that water as it's going to them? Is that a thing?
So it's
Ooh.
hitting them currently, just they
Mhm.
don't have to roll their.
Because it's all within the
Save
same
until-
movement. So yeah, technically you could.
Okay. I would like to try that because it says that Like it will even slow them down. Also, if it does hit reduced by 10 feet.
Let's see here.
Interesting.
I love the fact that the party is
creative.
moving like a well-oiled machine.
I
Yeah.
was just thinking that.
And-
I'm like, look at us doing teamwork finally.
Yeah,
Right.
I
it's
will
kind of impressive.
just as point of order, it doesn't say anything about it freezing water. So it does do cold damage,
Mm-hmm.
and it will reduce them, but it doesn't say that it's not gonna like freeze the
Cold
water
water.
on them,
No.
Okay.
No.
because it's just a frigid beam of blue-white light. So
Mhm.
it's not necessarily like Mr. Freeze. But
Okay.
we will work with this because I like this idea and it sounds
That
awesome.
would be way cool.
So
Icicles.
The roll of coal.
yeah.
So I'm gonna go ahead and do that, and I got a 17 to hit, but I'm hitting the water though. But
So you're trying to hit them though, right?
with that, yes.
Yeah. So we'll say that if you want to use your movement, we'll have you scooch like almost like behind Iskra to a point, and then you fire off that beam of light, of cold blue energy that just kind of courses into the water that's like swirling up around Iskra and firing forward in this gush of water. This ice cold beam swirls inside of it, and you can hear the ice kind of or the water start like slushing, maybe not necessarily freezing, but it's now becoming really ice cold as it just swirls and pushes against them. And the attack of that, you said it was which one
So
are you
to
trying
hit-
to hit? Because you have 3 or 2. I marked them because they look the same. So you have
Let's
3
see.
or 2 there.
I will do. Let me make the video bigger.
Number 3, my lord.
Yeah, number 3, that one.
Very nice.
Nicely done. Nicely done.
It's an older meme, sir, but it checks out.
Yeah, I like that. I love that. It's an older meme, sir, but it checks out. All right, so
But yes, I'm hitting number 3, and
Okay.
that was just for the to hit with 17. And then if it hit, then I was going to do damage.
this brings back memories. Okay, so yes, that hits. PS.
Okay, so damage for that would be 12.
12 damage. All right.
And as soon as
And-
that pretty much like happens and hits, I'm gonna start taking off to the window, like kind of pat my shoulder.
Okay,
as
so
I'm
that
doing
one, yes. So as the water is like blasting it, you can see that some of the water that's pushing past its face is starting to freeze in place. So where it's not frozen, but you can see that there are icicles that are like chunks of ice that are like freezing on its body as the water is pushing on it. Okay, so what was the damage on that, by the way? Oh, we did that already. Did we?
it. We
It's
did.
like Juvia and Gray using the combined power spell in Fairy Tale.
Yeah.
So that damage was 12 for that one.
Okay, yes, we did. Okay, I just
Nice,
wanted to double
very
check. So we did do the 12. All right. So yes, so that happens. So that's a thing. And then you did move. What's your movement speed?
30.
Okay,
Let
so
me make sure. Question mark. Yes.
so
30
you
for
still
speed.
have so you still have 5, 10, 15 left because you had used 15 to get there
Okay.
from where you were at. All right. Next up, we have Soul. So, while you are up there watching the lowering of the cargo hold on the back of the ship has now reached the bottom. From inside, you can see that there is, because now it is getting dark. It's not quite nighttime yet, but it's like dusk. And you can see in the dusk light that there is light coming from inside the ship in a large shadow. A large shadow is moving out of it. What would you like to do as you are watching this happen?
Panic.
Drop
Did
ferret
I-
pellets.
drop
I hear that,
drop weasel pellets.
Did I hear that thunder wave? or something that's kind
Oh,
of like
yeah.
thunder from inside of the building?
make
Doesn't it,
make a
like-
perception check.
Okie dokie.
You're
I
three.
think it makes,
You are 3 stories. Basically, your room is like almost 3 stories up and to the right from where this is at. So
Do you like the windows concuss? Like,
yeah.
moo, moo.
So I got 13.
13. Okay. You probably your attention's very focused on what you know can come out of that ship. And so your attention is focused there. You do kind of notice for a brief second that one of the windows on the lower floor looks like it spider webbed, like it looks like frosted from the outside, just like you can see the crackle of frost. But that's about it. You can kind of hear, I mean, you've heard now a couple of explosions from now since you were by the window. You can actually hear echoing across the city. It sounds like a war horn being blown across and echoing through the alley, or through the valley, not the alley, the valley, where the city is at, as well as like very, very, very distant sounds of fighting. It sounds like
Nice.
from somewhere like out in the city, perhaps. But you can hear shouts, screams, occasionally another like blast of an explosion happens, but it's all sounds like it's coming from the other side. From it's like echoing over is basically what I'm saying. So it sounds like there is all sorts of ruckus going on in the city of Silver Moon itself. But you hear those like war horns sounding from farther away, like a little closer. It's kind of just like there's chaos that's happening outside, and now you see the shadow exiting the build, or starting to move towards the exit of this ship. What are you doing?
Fuck. So
Fair enough.
what? Okay, the room that I'm in, the door leading out of the room.
Yes.
Does it look like anything a little weasel can manipulate to open or squeeze through, or?
The door out of the room itself?
Yeah.
Make a quick perception check for me.
Okay. What is that? Oh, man, I've been rolling low on perception. 9.
9? Okay. So, looking at quickly back at the door, you don't see anything that looks like you could fit. The door kind of is very snug against the carpeted floor.
Yeah.
So you know that
Oh,
if you were trying and get out, you probably would have to drop your form.
Mm-hmm. I'm gonna put faith in my team members that they've got things under control, and I feel like if shit did hit the fan, and if the ace in the hole needed to come out of cat or weasel form, they would let me know in Spice Murmur. So I'm going to go back to the balcony and try to pay attention to whatever it looked like was coming out of that ship,
Out
which
of the
I
ship?
have a
An idea?
very strong presumption of what exactly it is, but I'd like to be sure.
Yeah, of course, of course. Okay, so that ends your turn then.
Yep.
Which brings us to the attendant. That attack that you just did, is it focused on one individual, or is it like it's just a 10-foot gap, right? So it should have hit both of them.
yeah, so it's just
Okay.
a 10-foot straight line.
It's a 10-foot straight line. All right, so strength checks for both, correct?
Mm-hmm.
All right, let's see what we got here. The first one is a 9, so that would be 3. So he fails. So what happens on a fail?
They get pushed 15 feet backwards, and
Nice.
Okay.
then they're slow advancing.
Okay, and then the
They're
next
also
one
cold.
rolled a 14.
Ha.
So
Well, unless it's added up.
what's your spell DC?
The DC for this spell is 15.
15. Okay, so both fail. They both fly backwards and strike the wall. How far back did they go?
15 feet.
15 feet? Yeah. So yeah, that That's fine. So they both go. One you can see smacks right into the doorway. The door kind of like the double door buckles inwards, catching his weight. The water like shooting everywhere. Sections of it have like frozen onto the wall, but now that Alcuin has left, that frozen water has now kind of slushed itself out into the hallway. And the same with the other one. They both impassive, soaking but impassive.
That is fantastic.
That first one there, you just see it go, and it raises a hand, and its eyes burn a bright silvery color for a moment before a blast of lightning fires forward. No, you do not, because you are focused on the window.
Okay, just asking.
and it is kind of out of sight, so you are going in that direction. So the blast of lightning goes out 60 feet in a straight line from it. So that would catch both
Oh boy.
Iskra and Sonder. There, I need you both to make a dexterity saving throw.
Oh, nice. Well, we might have these.
Yes, right.
Kind of our thing.
So this blast of lightning just barrels towards you guys. Just a thick old beam. Dummy thick.
Bubba.
It is 5 feet wide. So it's a pretty large beam of lightning.
Oh Lord, here it comes.
18
Okay.
for Iskra.
18.
Oh no. I rolled really low, but I have a +8, so 14.
Oh damn.
14 just misses. So Iskra,
What?
you succeed, and Sonder, that is a fail. So you take
I take half damage for failing.
for failing. Okay.
Yeah, as
Thanks to
Sander.
our monkey goodness.
Yeah, monkey.
Your monkey goodness. Right. You heard it here first, folks. Monkey goodness. So this will be a total of
Only 24 damage. Only 50. You know, it's nothing.
Very mild. Mild electrocution.
so
made
it
of
would be 26 damage
Oh damn.
would be the regular. So on the half, so that would be 13. 13
Okay.
for halvesies.
You scared me
Right?
just a little bit. Okay. All right, I'm good. Thank you.
So 13 damage is that lightning like shocks you guys, or barely shocks you guys. You do, manage to
dodge
avoid,
out of the way.
dodge out of the way. Some of the water like crackles. You can see it on the floor as it like crackles with the remaining energy. What is
crackle.
it can only, let's see, this guy can only move 10 feet. So he's already starting to float back towards you guys again. The second one also, since he wasn't hit with a ray of frost, what's the impediment on your gust?
So it doubles the difficulty of their movement. So they have to spend 2 feet of movement for every foot that they would ordinarily
So
go.
like difficult terrain kind of thing.
So,
5 is 10.
So like yeah, if they would normally be able to go 10 feet, they can only go 5.
Okay. So this guy moves further up this way, and he too raises a hand and he blasts in a more of a general arc, now firing
Odd.
towards
No.
this right. So I need Finn, Iskra, Galil, and Alcuin to take dexterity saving throws for me.
Ugh.
So then, with the first blast, would I have caught my attention to turn around to see the second one?
Probably enough to have caught your attention, not enough to have seen it in time within those 6 seconds. Because this is happening like instantaneous. But now you're aware that there's magic casters for sure.
This is Soul Caliber, right? The music.
This one is actually No, Final Fantasy 15.
I swear I've heard it in. It's fine. That's
the
awesome.
battle for the powerful blade.
Yeah. Literally, I swear it's like.
All right. So, Galil,
West.
So Finn got a 19.
that's a
I only
success.
got a 17.
Succeed and succeed. You got a 17, so that succeeds. Okay. Aliquin,
I got a 21.
succeed. Iskra,
Yay. 15.
15, so you succeed also. So then that's a 10 damage for those who succeed. So you get half.
But if I already get half anyway,
So then you get 5.
I take no damage. Is that how
You
that
take
works?
no damage as an
Okay.
evasion.
Is it? Wait, there's evasion and then there's what's the other one? Or am I thinking of rogues?
Uncanny dodge.
Think-
Uncanny,
Rogues.
uncanny dodge.
dodge.
Okay.
Yeah. So as a monk, if you fail, you take only half damage. If you pass, you take no damage.
Okay. So then you're good.
So for the ones that pass that are not monks,
You guys have to have evasion.
I
Just
know,
get
but
half.
I know. I'm asking how much damage.
Oh, 10. That was a half. It was 10.
Yes. Okay.
Would I be able to use my reaction to at least ward him?
Who?
Action.
You said Galil got hit?
Yeah. Well, he succeeded in the attack. He would have taken damage one way or the other.
Yeah, so just seeing him, I would have thrown it on him.
Okay. So then that's 10 damage then off of your ward, right?
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
So Galil, you don't take any of the damage. A magical shield apparates in front of you at the last second as Kindra's attention, having been caught from that first blast, looks over in enough time to see the second blast, raises a hand to bring up that shield to block the lightning bolt from sizzling your locks. I don't know. Whatever.
Golden
Wow.
luck. Yeah.
You need a break, sir.
All right, so now you can hear now footsteps coming from the opposite end. As around the corner, 2 of the walking attendants, swords drawn,
Fuck.
come out this direction. Around the corner. And make it into... As they just kind of like walking out, they have these... let's see here, what is it? They do have great swords, so they do have these 2 great swords that they are holding. They're
Fuck.
start running into the building, but that's as far as they get. That brings it to Galil's turn.
I'm gonna go up to the right side of Finn.
Okay, over here.
Yes.
So 5, 10, 15, 20.
Yeah. And then bonus action, I'm gonna cast Dragon's Breath at 3rd level.
Nice.
Oh, on
Toss it.
Awesome.
Finn.
On Finn.
So Finn, after he's like kind of shaking off a little bit of the crackling lightning that's still charging through his feathers, you like, here, boy, toss him a pepper.
Yep.
Oh.
You like does the little chicken thing where his head goes.
Have him go in front of me now, and then aim at both of them.
This lasts, Rip Current lasts for a minute.
A minute.
So 2
Nice.
So as long as you're focused on it,
Mhm.
is right. Okay. Cool. So that's still going then.
Yeah, so just be careful where you move people.
Where I move Finn? Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm gonna use Dragon's Breath with the lightning version of it.
Okay. Go ahead and fire off.
It
What is the thing that they need?
the deck save is 14.
Is it a 15-foot cone? What's the dragon's breath? Or
I know I'm going to it. Load it. 15-foot cone.
oh, it is. Okay. So we'll use this. So yeah, you can catch both of them in that. Just want to make sure that they were close enough. All right. So, and the blast with lightning, and there's a deck save for them.
Yep.
Okay.
Electrochili.
All right. What's the spell DC?
14.
14. I have a natural 16 and a 7.
Okay, the whole entire damage is 13. For the one that passed, he only takes half of it.
Okay.
Haha, we could do it too. Right on,
Yeah.
Finn.
6.
Oh, shit, wait. I'm supposed to roll 4d6, not 3d6. My bad. Make that a 14 now. I rolled a 1.
All right. So one takes 7 damage, the one that passed,
Yeah,
and then,
And then
the other one takes the 14.
yeah.
All right. So that blast of electricity, you know what? I'm gonna give them 2 extra damage because it's lightning and water. Why not do some extra somethings in there? As the lightning curls and rocks its way into the water, you can see the water that's gushing over them still as they're like hovering forward still, which is a really weird sight because it doesn't look like they are, you know, like when you're stepping through something, they're like, you see that struggle. They're just like slowly hovering. Face is being like gushed on with all this water that passes over, but they're still like moving forward.
And
All right.
yeah.
All right, that brings us to the top of the round. At this point, you guys hear another distant thud, followed by another and another and another. It's like doosh, 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 doosh. And those of you who are standing by the window, you see as what looks like these panels of light shoot up on the opposite side outside the school. Just like a instant wall appears, followed by like arcane sigils, and then it just disappears, but it just goes. But each time it does it, you can hear like blown air. It just almost like it's being compressed backwards. Iskra, it is now your turn.
Okay. I look to everyone else and I, yell out, I can maintain this, but do we need to run?
Working on it.
Working on it. From the back of in the back of the hall, we're working on it.
Let's be clear. Everybody is well aware that I just used Thunderwave.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah,
That was all.
you Pikachu everywhere.
You Pikachu everywhere. Yeah, that's what basically what's going on in this hall right now. It's like Squirtles and Pikachus everywhere.
So, as like she says that, I'm gonna despise murmur soul, be like, "Hey, we're leaving."
Bye.
All right, so Iskra, you're just continuing the same thing, right?
Yeah, I guess I'll just hold on for now. Try to keep
Okay.
these guys at
Continuing
bay.
to focus as this water, just like you're bringing up this water current and splashing it back. Kind of the water trickles back towards you, just kind of creating this loop of water that you are cascading at them. Kindred, that's up to you. It is now your turn.
Okay, so seeing the casters and freaking out, turning back to the spiderweb windows, just taking a quick glance, I'll hold my hand up and cast magic missile 2nd level.
Okay.
So the 4 darts total. So 20 damage as I try to make them hit what I think are going to be weak spots on the glass.
Okay. Make a quick perception check. I love that the music got all like
All right.
That's
Perception,
foreboding.
It's 17.
17. Of these 4 missiles, anime missile style, just kind of flying through the air, striking at these random points in the glass. You can hear the glass break and shatter, but instead of blowing outwards, it blows back inside, as if it had bounced off something with the explosion, and is now falling all around you guys along there in the dining room floor.
So, and then how far away am I from that far table?
Oh yeah, you can.
Like
Do
the
you want
one-
to still use your movement?
Yes.
So
So
to
I
the
just want to
wall,
hop over that table.
you're 20 feet from the window itself.
Okay. I just want to hop over that last table.
No, all right. So, well, I mean, you're walking in the aisleway. You don't have a table you
I
necessarily
want
have
to
to.
run.
Okay.
No.
I mean, you can go this way direct. Is it you're going this direction?
Yeah. 'cause
Okay.
that's
Okay.
the one
Yeah.
we
Yeah. Yeah.
broke,
All
right?
right. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
So
So,
yeah, I want to hop over that bench or
Okay.
table,
running
I
up.
just wanna, like-
Go ahead.
and then right as I hop over, I want to duck down and turn around and take cover, using
Okay.
it as cover. But I want to
Okay.
keep my eyes on the casters.
Okay. All right. So.
And then after the glass breaks, I'll be like, I got it.
All right, yeah. The glass you can already see is starting to like fall in chunks. The ones that you had hit, where those parts had already been blasted back, but now the rest of the walls just kind of starts falling back. Let's see. All right, so Renan, it's now your turn.
And you're muted.
Yeah.
So in the hall, there's 2 doors to get in, or 4 doors?
There are currently in this hall there are 2 open archways that are here and here. There's also 2 doors in the back that lead where like the kitchen area seems to have been.
Okay. And do I notice which door more enemies have been coming through?
The archways and the bigger archways and the where you guys had walked in from, because there are no doors up, but that's where they seem to be coming towards, or coming from, I
Okay.
should say.
I guess for now I'm just gonna continue focusing on trying to bring down the rest of the wall of windows. So Eldritch Blast on the window, kind of more towards the bottom.
Okay. So you take a step back up against the table and you fire. You said Eldritch Blast. Okay, so you fire off the blasts of energy again. Just one shot, right? Or is it 2? Is it 2? So both shots fire and blast into this glass. Go ahead and make an attack roll for me.
I turn and stare at you while you do this.
That's a 17 to hit. And then-
You can see the lightning crackling up the wall. More glass now seems to have impacted outwards, but also now has bounced back and is falling inside of the school itself.
Okay. I don't need to roll any damage on it?
Go ahead. That's fine. I can keep track of it.
The second bolt was 22, so that one definitely hit. And then 8 damage, and then 7 damage.
All right. So, as you do this, you've seen the glass kind of just falls and shatters in like these large, like 1.5 to 2 inch thick chunks that just hit the ground, breaking apart as they do so. Next,
So then, is the majority of the window busted out, or
there's still like the framing, and there's still some parts of the glass that are still there. It's thick, but it's breaking off like chunk
It's
at
a
a chunk.
big boy.
Okay. Sonder, it is now your turn.
I'm gonna run over where those 2 guys with the great swords are at.
Okay. Jumping off. Okay, so you still have your bow, mind you. Are you switching weapons again?
Fuck. I'm gonna drop the bow where it's at on that table
Okay.
and unsheath my dagger and staff again.
So you're using a dagger and a staff.
Yeah, one in one hand.
Okay. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. I think it's right up there.
And then go a little further to where I'm in between the 2.
There is no space between the 2 of them.
Or I meant like not between, but where I'm able to get near both, a little further forward.
Okay, so you can get up to here. This is 30,
I
35.
have 45.
Okay, so you're on like right there.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then I'm going to attack with the dagger. One of them.
All right.
That's a 21 to hit.
21 hits.
Okay. And that will be 6 damage.
6
And
damage.
then I'm going to do stunning strike on them. So they need to make a 16 DC save on Constitution.
All right, hold on 1 second. Let me fix this too.
Uh-huh.
Damage. All right, so 6 damage, and then it needs to make a what?
16 Constitution saving throw.
Con save would be a 19.
They got 19.
Are you doing? This is an attack on both of them, or just the one that you just attacked?
Just the one that I attacked.
Okay, so yeah, he got a 19.
Okay. I'm going to attack again with the staff. Same guy.
Okay.
Let's see. And that's going to be 21 to hit.
21 hits.
That one is 8 damage.
All right.
And I'm going to go ahead and try to do stunning strike on that one again.
16.
The
What's-
the save is a 16, so is
Yeah.
it
So then he
saves?
succeeds. Yeah, he
He
succeeds.
makes it.
fucking Christ?
So
I'm gonna go for the other guy.
So as you do that first like knife attack, you can see it cuts through some of the leather armor. You do another whack around, spin around with the staff, and it cracks him on the side of the head. It too has this just completely impassive face as it takes the damage. There's no where you're kind of used to at least wincing or flinching in pain or being struck when you fight normal creatures. These things do not do any of that. They just take the damage or take the wounds. You're doing a flurry of blows now. So keep track of your key points.
Yeah, I'm gonna do flurry of blows. I am.
Masochist.
Fucking Christ.
So you're
Okay.
doing attacking the second one, right?
I'm
Behind him?
attacking the other one more time.
Same person or the one behind him?
Same guy.
Same guy.
15 to hit.
15 misses. It seems
Oh.
this time around, as you made the attack, it just brings up an arm and blocks your attack.
Damn. Okay.
It's like
I'll
fighting
go
very mean training dummies.
Yeah. And then I'll try to go in and hit the other guy. That is a 26 to hit.
That one hits. So
That
now
will
you're
be-
attacking the second one, right?
Yeah. 8 damage.
Okay.
And then I'm gonna go ahead and try to stunning strike him.
Okay.
Okay. Okay, so
15. That misses, right? It's just one short.
yeah. One short.
Hooray!
You got one. All right. So now he is stunned. This one back
And
here.
I'm gonna run away.
Okay. Okay. So where are you gonna go?
I'm fine with that. I'll go.
Because you've used 40 feet of movement. You can go back one square somewhere.
Oh. It's not worth it then. Never mind. Yeah.
Okay. All right. So that brings at this point, you guys are noticing that it's starting to get darker in the room, as if the light from the outside is being obscured. Soul, as you are on the outside, or as you are in the balcony and you are watching this happen, are you on the balcony or on the inside of the room?
I'm on the balcony.
Okay, you hear oh my god, you hear the same like effect that I was telling them earlier, where it's just like this loud thump of air, like compressed air that just kind of moves or shoves off to the side. You can see from your vantage point all along the inside of the courtyard, expanding over the school itself. There looks like nothing short of being described as a shield is forming around the school itself in sections. It's just like doosh, 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 doosh. It's coming in your direction currently. It's just you can see the bits of the wall just kind of like compressing with what looks like shielded air, with a brief magical flash that on the far side where it started is already starting to turn like a obscured darkness color. So it's like the air itself has become hardened around the school.
Does that include the balcony that I'm on? Like, is it on the outside of that, or
it seems to be enclosing the walls themselves.
So that means right now, currently, if I stay where I'm at, I will be outside of this enclosing.
Correct.
Oh, why do you have to give me these decisions?
You have like mere seconds before this section starts closing up where you are at.
Do I want to be on the outside or do I want to be on the inside? Oh my god. I think I oh, this
Dum,
is
dum,
hard.
dum.
I don't know what to do. Yeah.
What to do? What to do?
I believe in you, Soul.
What are you gonna do?
All right. I'm going to stay outside.
Okay, so that was not supposed to be an evil laugh, but it sounded like it. So, so as this shield apparently is like blocking in the sections of the thing, you can see where it like forms outside of the balcony, or like it cuts off the balcony on like the rooms that are furthest down the way, and you look back inside, and then you look back as it's like it gets closer and closer. Finally, the one then like that last moment, you just like resign a sigh to yourself as you just kind of step as far away as you can before it closes you off. You see you can feel a brief push of air as it pushes you to the very edges of the balcony. Make a dexterity check for me.
Oof.
With your weasel form to not get blasted.
Oh,
Weasel. Weasel. Nice.
Wow.
Oh darn, hold on a second. I was looking at other creatures and I lost the weasel one, but I'll pull it up right now. Also, I think I keep my saves.
You got to use your animal
You gotta use your weasel stats.
Oh,
weasel stats.
and it's the same regardless.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. I got a 5.
5.
Yes.
So
So
you
bad.
feel this like blast of air, surprisingly strong, that blasts in your face, and your clawed little hands, you try and scrape for something to hold onto. Your body flies towards the edges of the balcony, 3 stories up from the ground below. And this is where we're going to take a break.
Oh my god.
So, we're gonna take a quick 10-minute break because this is a good moment as any, right? I mean, it makes sense, right? In the middle of a turn, as this crazy thing is happening, I think so. Soul Parrish says Soul Survivor. Yeah, we're about to find out. We are about to
we are.
find out. So, stay tuned, and we'll see you back in 10 minutes or so. Well, on the side, he was muted for that, so nobody heard Adam scream. On the bad side, we all heard you scream. It was it was just like, what is going on over there? Like, this is fine. This is fine. All right. Let's see here. All right, so we can clear this. Welcome back, guys. Thank you for sticking with us, and hanging out as we go back into this bananas of a moment. So we'll go ahead and jump right back in as Soul, blasted back by this strong little gust of air. It shoves you back. All the snow that was on the balcony just shoots off, following you as you also get shoved towards the very edge. You claw and claw and claw, and at the very last minute, your hands grab around one of the little pillars that is at the edges of the balcony, just dangling there. Just like back feet swinging in the wind. As you see in front of you the shield or the barrier that is placed around the school. The light fades, followed by those little arcane symbols that kind of run down, little Matrix style, and as they're doing that, seem to be turning a dark color to where they're obfuscating the school beneath it. So now it just seems dark on the inside. And you are hanging. Obscuring. Yeah, obfuscating is one way, but obscuring was the word that I was actually looking for. Thank you. There's actually another one. Something gets cloudy or
translucent.
Yeah, well, no, but that's the opposite of that. When something starts getting cloudy.
Opaque.
It starts,
opacity.
yeah. So it changes in opacity to where it's just starting to get grays, and then it just gets darker and blacker until where you can't see anything. But you are now hanging on for dear life. Go ahead and make a quick strength check for me as you are trying to pull yourself back up.
Oh dear.
Your back feet just scratching on the edges of the balcony as quick as you can.
Okay.
Soul is chopped in half.
Had he took a little longer to decide, probably.
No.
Right? I need to roll extremely high for this spell.
Got this. I'm sending
Oh.
Sonder inspiration to you.
Okay, so 11 on the die, but as a weasel, for strength, we're putting a -4 to that.
Oh,
And they're just flying.
so
Oh.
listen.
Oh.
I just want the record to show that I did give you something to hold on to.
Yeah,
As
appreciate it.
and from the viewpoint of the balcony, if you were like looking out, you just see the little claws go,
Yep.
and you plummet downwards. We'll go ahead and end your turn there.
By the time I hit the ground, that'll be the start of my next turn.
Yeah. So now we go to the attendant in the hallway, the lightning bug attendants. I get to roll for this. Okay. The first one is going to continue to try and move forward. Oh yeah, strength checks. That's right. One is a natural 20, and the
Well.
other one is an 8.
Nice. So 1 failure.
Okay.
Aaron, would they get disadvantage since it's water and lightning combo?
They got extra damage from that before. I gave them the extra
Oh,
damage
okay.
of that and that.
Okay, just making sure.
Yeah. No, you're good. You're good.
And doesn't 3 have a 10 less movement because of my my frost thing? Or that hasn't been back to my-
That
hasn't
was
been back to
it.
my
Did
turn yet?
in its last turn.
Oh, okay.
So this is now like 2 rounds later, since you did that. So the one does that. So on a success, what does that mean, Iskra?
It can just continue moving forward. It's still gonna be impeded, like it's gonna be slower, but it doesn't get pushed backwards.
Okay. So this second one, 2 here, gets flung back the 15 feet you said, or 10 feet.
Yes.
15 feet. So it goes
It's
back against
15.
the wall. This one is still gonna move forward. It's half now. It's at half movement, so it's 15. So it only gets up to there, but it
Yeah.
still moves closer. The eyes once again light up as it raises another hand to discharge in your direction,
Oh,
All right,
fuck.
counterspell it.
which would work if this was a
Nice.
spell.
Oh no.
You see the eyes just light up for a second, and the energy pulls out of its arms once again as it fires towards Iskra in the 60-foot line. So it's going to catch Iskra, Alcuin, and you are just out of range, Kindred, as that lightning bolt sizzles into the table, like right in front of you. So Alcuin and Iskra, I need you guys to make dex saves once more.
Right before it goes off, you just hear me yell,
16
"Fuck!"
on the dice.
Nice.
16. All right, cool.
Well, it's a 19. but
19?
20,
20?
23.
Nice.
All right, excellent. So then you both, let's see. So then this would be, where's my d10s? I just had the picked
Lightning
out.
Dodger Iskra.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we had a practice from our thunderstorm.
Oh yeah. I've had enough. I've been struck by lightning
no more
once.
Of this.
And I won't take it.
She's not gonna take it. All right, so that would make it 15 on a miss. 15 lightning damage.
And I remain unscathed.
And you remain unscathed since you made it. Since you both, you made it. Just like that lightning fires past you once again. You do this like quick swirly down like yoga pose where you still keep the focus on the water, but the beam of lightning crosses right over your head, and you go back up into your concentrated fighting stance.
Yeah.
The other one.
Yeah.
is going to move up again 10 feet, but he did not get the recharge on his discharge. So that ends their turn. It is now the armored attendant's turn over here with Sonder. The first one is going to make 2 swings at you, Sonder. The first one is going to be a 6, which does not hit.
Miss.
The second one is going to be 19 to hit.
Does not hit.
All right. So both of those swing wide as like it slashes at you and slashes at you. And so both you are able to parry enough and dodge out of the way enough. The second one that is next to you as well is also going to make
Is
2.
stunned.
Is stunned. And he does on that stun. On your stunning strike, it makes a save for that or no?
Until the beginning.
They're
of
stunned
his
until the
turn.
beginning of until the end of my turn, like my next turn.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, he was stunned on the last round. No, you just stunned him.
I just stunned
You
him.
just stunned him.
Yeah.
Okay, so
So after I go next, then he'll be unstunned.
Okay. Got it. All right. So that brings us up to Galil's turn.
Let's see. Yeah, I think I'm just gonna do that. I want to have Finn move 10 feet to this way. Yeah, that way. Yeah.
Wait. Towards the
Where
camera?
your finger's coming from. Yeah.
There?
But still looking at him. And launch another Dragon's Breath at him.
Okay. Cool. So right at the edge of that, he just blows out another blast of electricity.
6, 11, 7, 18. So full damage is 18. The deck save is 14.
Full damage is 18, you said?
Yes.
Oh. Yeah, because he has to make a dex save, right? You said?
Yeah.
Oh, natural 1. Nice. So full 18 damage then. Well, of lightning, right?
Yep.
So you fire off that blast of lightning. It crackles into the water itself and strikes at the creature. But you see now from this angle of blasting it from the side, you can see that lightning, the electricity kind of just circulating into its body itself. Almost as if it is absorbing some of this lightning that you are blasting at it.
Well, shit.
Does that end your turn?
Yeah.
Okay. So that brings us to the top of the next round. Iskra, it is your go. Now you see the darkness is getting thicker as all the windows seem to be clouding over with a thick gloom that is quickly turning the room into dim light.
Boy. Are we running out of a chance to exit?
Oh, like you say that?
Mhm.
Yeah.
Did the holes I make, are they big enough for us to get through?
Some of them are, yeah.
Okay. I just yell back, we better hurry. It's now or never.
All right, then I'm gonna drop this and
Okay.
head towards the back where Renan and
What's your movement speed?
45.
Okay, so 5, 10,
Kindred are.
15, 20, 25.
just hopping over tables.
Heck yeah.
Yeah, basically she's like, whoosh. And she's at this point she's not even so
Parkour!
much like
Parkour!
it's like that like kung fu movies where they're just doing like
Yes,
the whoosh,
yes.
whoosh, whoosh, do a leap from one table, leap to another table, leap to another table, and skids to a stop. The glass kind of shifting around at your feet as you come up next to Renan right there by the window.
Very cool 80s movie.
Do-do-do, whoosh, do-do-do, whoosh. All right, so what are you doing? Is that that's your movement? Or doing anything else?
Yeah, is there anything I can do from this far away? How far is the closest attendant to me at this point?
At this point, using this thingy, we'll say is a good 60 feet or so,
Was the ones I'm fighting
or further than that.
across the way? They're even further?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay,
Yeah,
60?
they're more like they're closer to. Oh no, they are actually. They're right at 60 feet also.
Okay,
Because you're
I'm
basically
gonna go
in the middle.
ahead and throw darts at the ones that Sandra is fighting.
Okay, taking out those little darts.
So we've got 19 and a 23. I'm rolling really high tonight, and it's awesome.
Everyone is rolling really high tonight. Sure, whatever.
I'm sure I jinxed it. now for
Except
saying
me.
that, but
Except for Soul.
thank you for your
You don't-
sacrifice.
You're welcome.
So the darts are not very powerful. But
Okay.
Something.
If you hit 'em
So,
in the
oh,
eye,
yeah,
it's
nice.
powerful.
Damage is damage.
That was 4s.
Nice.
So that's 7 damage each for the darts.
Yes.
Are you hitting the? I'm
gonna concentrate on the one that Sandra
Closest
has
to you?
been damaging the most. Yeah.
Okay.
Mhm.
All right, and so you said that was 4 each, so 8 each or 8 total.
So it's 7 damage
7
for each dice.
Okay,
So
so
7
14.
and 7, so 14.
Nice. You see the two darts as you fling them across the room, and they strike into the flesh. There's not a lot of armor on these guys. They just have like leather armor on, but they also just dig into the body, and you can see like Sandra up close now. You can see that little mercurial like splash, and it kind of just oozes down, almost like a thick, sappy, silvery liquid. Wherever there would normally be blood, that's what you are seeing. And a couple of the
Unicorn blood.
yeah, the bruised sections themselves, where that really light blue skin is, it almost is silvered in like bruised color,
wow.
like a silvery blue bruise. All right, so that brings us to Kindred's turn.
On the table right in front of me that I ducked behind, is there like a tablecloth or a runner?
Yes, there's a runner that goes along the center.
The red
So
runner.
then popping up from ducking down, I'm just like, it's not magic they're using. They're using. We need to get the fuck out of here. I'm gonna just like the trick where you try to like pull the tablecloth out from the glasses.
Make a sleight of hand check. I love it.
That's perfect.
I'm not trying to be sneaky or gentle.
I just want to see how good you are at this.
Yeah, no, it's just whether or not the glasses actually stay put.
15.
Hey,
Whoosh.
you know,
One cup falls over, but all the rest stay.
that's awesome.
Split second, be like, wow. And then I'm gonna throw it over the nearest hole to like pad it for us.
Nice.
Oh, that hole.
And then
So you throw it through the. You're trying to
Yeah,
throw it
just
through
like-
the thing. You
just in general, just like to help pad it so that way we're not cutting ourselves on glass.
right. So the cloth flies through the hole, and then falls back out as if it had struck something solid on the other side of where the broken window is.
Oh. Oh.
Seeing that, would I have realized what is going on?
Make an intelligence check.
Ooh, dirty 20.
Dirty 20.
Wait, no, 21.
21. This does not bode well.
We did not have fire drills.
Well,
This
Rip,
is
good game,
nothing.
y'all.
This
Nice
is
knowing
nothing.
y'all.
This is nothing that you know of from when you were here at the school before. This is something else entirely.
Okay. So like, how is there a gap?
If
From
it
the broken
passed
glass?
through the glass, it passed through for maybe 2-3 inches before it hit something solid and just kind of rolled back out.
Oh, okay, so there's like not enough for us to get through.
No.
And stand in between like the force field. Okay. Seeing that, because that would have been used in action, right?
Yeah, probably to do all of that.
Okay. Fuck.
Fuck.
It is. Okay. Seeing that and realizing and be like, panicking, bonus action, try to misty step across it.
Across the barrier.
Yeah.
Okay, so you're like, fuck, okay, maybe, and you incorporate, you turn incorporeal. You just mystify, turn into mist, and you feel yourself shunted backwards. You land on your butt, skidding back from the wall itself. The mist kind of falling around you like dry ice. Those that were Renan and Iskra, you've seen him close. It looks like he turned smoky, and you've seen Misty Step before, where he just kind of turns into smoke that blows in one direction. But the smoke hit something, and then he almost looks like he falls out of the little mist portion and onto his butt.
Okay. So then just sitting there looking like up at Iskra and Renan, just be like,
You can see the as you land and kind of refocus, you see for a brief moment like an expanding circle of runes that just kind of cover out in the darkness before they fade into the dark. The room now becoming even darker, lit only by the candelabras that are hanging from the ceiling.
okay. So looking up and just be like, plan B, and then do I still have enough movement to like scoot back and duck under the table?
Yeah, I mean you didn't really move, but like 10 feet. So
Okay. So then just staying down, and taking cover. I'll turn back to the guards, knowing that we have to fight our way out now.
okay, so that ends your turn there. Renan, it is now your turn.
Fails again. With that, enemy-wise, who all's in the room?
In the room we have the two armed attendants, and then the two floaty ones that were being held back at the door, that are now look like they are shaking the last of the water jets off of them as they are advancing once again.
Okay. With that, I'm gonna go back to my trusty guiding bolt
Okay.
on one of the floating attendants.
All right.
Whichever one looks less damaged.
What's the range on that? I think I think guiding bolt's like
120.
Yeah, I was gonna say I feel like it's a huge amount.
Yeah, nat 20.
Natural 20, nice.
Nice. That's awesome.
Very nice.
Seeing everything that's going around you, you two just like concentrate and release that guiding bolt of energy.
Oh, well, this one's lower. 18 damage.
18? All right. The one that's directly in front, right? The closest
Whichever one
yeah.
looked in the best condition.
Yeah, of the ones that you can see, that's the only one. So the other one's kind of out of a line of sight. Alrighty. So you fire off that bolt and it strikes it as it's still floating forward with the creepiest, impassivist face. Impassivist. That's a new word. Look it up. All right. Does it,
The
any,
Aaron Dictionary.
are you putting that in? Doing anything else, or is that it? That's it.
Yeah, I'm just staying 10 feet up.
All right, Sonder, you are now up.
I'm going to attack the shit out of the one that's not stunned. So
Okay.
attack with the dagger. That is a 15 to hit.
15 misses.
Attack again. Wow, another 15.
Also misses.
And then I
And
will-
passive and scary as fuck. Arms and the sword itself parry each of your moves.
Shoot, I'll do a unarmed strike. That is an 18 to hit.
18 hits.
Okay. Let's see. Nice. 10 damage.
10.
All right.
Okay. 10 damage. Finding that each of your blocks is parried and blocked, you finally manage to move quick enough to where it can't block fast enough. And your attack makes purchase. And again, a hard hit normally would have probably cracked something. But it's like hitting, like was mentioned earlier, it was like hitting a training dummy. It doesn't seem to take any pain from the amount of damage that's been taken.
I'm gonna go ahead and use flurry of blows, and just add on that second unarmed strike.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah, that doesn't hit. Okay, never mind.
On both of them, how many unarmed? I mean, flurry of blows is how many attacks?
Because I already did one unarmed strike,
Oh,
and then that second one would have added on the second unarmed strike. It was a 10, so no.
okay. So every attack that you seem to be doing, they seem to be learning your moves and reacting with a much speedier movement. So now that your turn is done, does that stun end or does it stays on?
Now it ends, but
Okay.
it will end at the end of my turn.
Right.
So I'm going to take the time before that stun ends to run for towards where Eloquent's at.
Okay. Doing so, you will take an attack of opportunity.
That's fine.
So it swings at you. Natural 20.
Do you still get that if they're stunned?
This is not a stunned one. This was the one that wasn't stunned.
Oh yeah.
So how far back are you moving? Or where are you going?
I'm going towards where Eloquent's at.
This direction? Okay. So
Yeah.
5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 40. I'm assuming you're jumping over the table?
Yeah.
Okay. So then you will take...
You got a nat 20?
Yep.
Fuck.
So it would be
That's
15,
not good.
12. Why am I brain 26 points of slashing damage.
Okay.
I've got my ward off on him.
If you had been paying attention, oh yeah, which you had said you were facing these guys back. So then yes,
You were, yeah.
but
So that's take 13 off.
from this point on, make sure you call that before we roll damages and stuff. So if you know that he is gonna get hit, say it like right then and not like afterwards. You know what I mean? Before the effects are spoken. Does that make sense?
Okay. So like when I know he rolls to attack.
Yeah. If you know you know that it fails, then do it before like I start rolling damage and all that other kind of stuff.
Gotcha.
Cool.
So then you would have taken 13 off of that?
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So that ends your turn then. The slash still cutting through a little bit of that barrier, but still it stings along your back a lot better off than it could have been. Or a
yeah.
lot better than it could have been.
Still, yeah.
All right. Next up is now Aliquin.
So, if I flip this table, will I still be able to cast a spell?
Probably not, because
No.
it'll take your
Okay.
action to even attempt to. Which table are you
Good to
trying
go.
to flip?
The one that's right in front of me.
Well,
Right.
you're in the passageway between a shorter table or the longer table. The longer tables are in the
Okay.
center, and they are 20 feet long.
Okay. Well, I'm going to pull up my spells real quick. So just like how I was practicing in Kindred's room, I was tossing the little cloths of things on my back. I'm gonna go ahead and take a big deep breath. I'm going to toss out 5 of the wrapped up corpses that I had collected from the ship, and I'm gonna go ahead and cast Denze Macbury.
Dance
Damn,
And I'm-
Macabre.
Yeah, and they're gonna be 5 skeletons. That's gonna be 2 where the guys with the swords are, and then 3 with the.
Well, okay. When you throw them out, how far? What is the spell range of this? Or does it have to be kind of close to wherever you're dropping them? It's not like
Area range 500 feet.
Oh, okay.
So, because I was practicing it in his room, like like tossing little bags of rice or something, but
But these happen to have whole bodies in them. Got it.
Don't ask questions.
Hey, I'm just wanting to understand the madness that you are trying to do here.
I mean, you have 2 other people on the ground.
Yeah.
Oh, I know.
Okay. So you're tossing these out, and so you're putting. You said what? Where?
So I'm gonna have 2 skeletons over by the guys with the swords.
Okay. So I'm using these little guys because oh, you know what? Hold on. I have the
They're
little
fairies.
zombies. Yeah, I know.
Okay.
I do have creatures. I forgot. I don't have any zombies going. So 2 there.
So let me cast it.
All right. And then the others.
The other 3 are gonna be pretty much right in front of Galil.
Okay. So.
I'm gonna say something creepy, like rise back up. You're not done yet, as I do it.
Okay. That was so creepy. The creep level was
His
like a
eyes get like really wide watching this.
just like as you
done yet.
toss these bags out in front of you, they hit the ground and almost immediately just turn to like ash and smoke. It's almost like throwing a little smoke bomb or a powdered chalk onto the ground. It just kind of billows out and turns into this little smoke that snakes and curves and slithers its way across the ground to those locations, where when it does, the ash and smoke billow up, just up into the form of a humanoid, that then this skeleton just passes through the smoke falling away behind them where they once were, and they start dancing the Macarena. No, I'm just kidding.
Hey, Macarena, all right.
Jesus.
I mean, that'd be pretty, that'd be.
Dance by Ginger.
Accidentally cast Dance Macarena instead of
Damn it.
You were practicing. You didn't, this. You're like, crap. I was off by a couple letters.
Told you, Kindred, I can't speak elf.
So as you stick your hands out, you guys can see that there are these faint lines of energy that kind of pass from each of his fingers to each of the skeletons that are just now apparating here. It's very what's it? Those people in Naruto that have like the little puppeteer.
The
kind of,
forbidden
Oh,
puppet technique.
yep.
And
So
as I do this, I turn to Kindred. So are we fighting or leaving?
We're fighting.
so nonchalant. So, by the way, just out of curiosity,
What's the
what's the sitch?
what's the status on getting through the window?
Not that way.
Okay.
All right. So, you now have those.
And how do they work? Do I have to do things for them, or do you do
Yes.
it?
No, you do it.
Oh fuck. Okay.
So you
Take
have.
your action.
I have the skeleton pulled up right now.
Okay, so you have 5 skeletons. So it gains a bonus to its attack and damage roll equal to your spellcasting modifier. So whatever your spellcasting modifier is, you add that number.
8.
Okay.
Wait.
I mean, it could be.
8?
If you look under your spells, should be there at the top.
La, 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 la. La, 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 la.
But if it's +8, sounds like that. I mean, it's possible. You are a warlock after all.
So spells modifiers +4. So the modifier is +4.
So okay,
cool.
so all their attack and damage rolls get a +4. You can use a bonus action to mentally command the creatures to make with a spell, issuing the same command to all of them. And it's you have to stay within 60 feet of them. But you get to tell them like a general command. You can just be like guard the chamber or passageway or whatever, or attack or whatever. Once given an order, the creatures continue to follow it until their task is complete. All right. So, that being done, I guess that ends your turn?
That does, yes. And then whenever it's their turn, yes, yeah.
Okay. So, that brings us in this tense moment of musical awesomeness to Soul's slowly falling body as he falls backwards. Just like it was like you were
forever.
paused, but now you just kind of go faster. And you land in a bush on the outside of the in the outside garden area on the inside of the courtyard. Looking around outside, you like cough out some snow and brambles that you had just inhaled as you would crawl out from the bush, just in time to see the large form of the white dragon exiting the ship of the Fang on the far side of the courtyard of the garden that you're in. You just see it like survey the area, look up, start to smell at the air. Make a quick perception check for me.
Okay. Uh, 20. Not a natural 20. A
Okay.
natural 20.
All right. So as it starts crawling out from the ship, you can see on its back a small saddle just below at the bottom of the neck, right behind on its shoulders, and on it you see Gabriel, now adorned with these sturdier-looking robes. He's not so like fancily dressed. But he has robes, a large staff that's kind of hanging in this holster on the side of the saddle. He places a helmet onto his head, one with curved, what look like dragon horns, as you can hear him kind of saying something to the dragon, before the dragon just kind of turns its head back, listening to him, looks back forward, goes down on its haunches, and then launches itself up into the air.
Hitting a magical wall.
Yes. As it just takes off. Just wings beating. as it flies up outside of the courtyard area and out over the school and out towards the city.
Oh boy. What is my speed right now?
Weasel speed.
15.
It's 30 feet.
Oh.
Oh, why do y'all do this to me?
Because it's fun.
Okay, I'm gonna start surveying. I'm gonna take a little bit of a breather in the bush.
Okay.
Just take some seconds to compose myself again.
You have 6 seconds.
And then
Well,
I'm
like
going.
4.
Yeah. And then I'm going to start just walk around or run around this building, just trying to get an idea of, is everything like shut, closed, and the front entrance, like what does that look like?
There you can see that there are a couple of doorways and archways that lead into the school itself that you can head towards that are probably a good 40 or so feet from where you're at, so you can make your way to one of those.
Okay.
You gonna do that?
Do that.
All right.
Yeah.
Heading off in that direction, having a weasel adventure of your own. Meanwhile, back in the cafeteria of doom. Let's see here. We'll move this back this way so you can all be in there. All right. So no longer pushed back by the pounding waters, the floating Magian, this one, the float attendant there. Let's see if they get their things back, and they do not. So lucky. The first one that's standing there comes up to one of the skeletons that you have instead. It's going to float up there, and you can see more like its eyes brighten again, and there's more power that kind of goes down towards its arm, and it reaches a hand out to try and grab one of your skeletons, the one that's there in front of it. That would be a 14 to hit. What's you're muted.
Oh, yes.
That hits? Okay.
That hits.
So it grabs it with one hand, and then it reaches out with the other to grab onto it as well. The second one will be a 16 to hit.
Oh, yeah, hits.
Okay. So, as it does so, you can see almost like those in the cartoons, like the car batteries plugged in, you can see the little electricity go from one side to the other. You just see the power shooting down its arms into its hands and into this, charging through the skeleton. It's going to take...
Natural 1.
That's... Okay. So one of them is, just do math a little easier. One of them is 6 damage from one attack and 8 damage from the second. So 14.
14?
14 points of lightning damage.
He bows up.
The the electricity coursing through its body, you see the skeleton like light up, and if it could have vocal cords and scream, it just kind of like starts shuddering, explodes outwards, and like shrapnel of bone and electrified bone pieces just go flying through, whizzing through the air. So that ends that one. The next...
Thunder thinks that it makes your balloons blow up.
Bye, Dave.
Bye, Dave. Oh my gosh. So we had...
All over.
It's more core all over.
Oh god.
So, backstory, we had a cleric that liked necromancy. Don't ask. It was wild. And he had...
Give me the bones. He wants all the bones.
he
Slice
had...
the bones.
Once he had raised a small undead army, he named them all like super Karen names. There was like Rebecca and... I can't remember any of the other ones.
Karen.
Karen was one.
Helen.
Yeah, there
There
were
was
all...
only one guy.
Yeah.
There was only one guy.
Yeah.
Was a guy?
Bob.
Yeah. No, it was a really like generic name. But anyway, okay. The next one, Steven.
Steve. I think it was Steve.
I feel like it was Steve. The next one comes up and you see the same thing. It just impassively reaches out, grabs onto the skeleton. The first attack is going to be a 19 to hit, and the second attack is going to be a 18 to hit. And they are going to take 20 points of lightning damage on that one.
Explodes.
They just incinerate in pieces everywhere, going flying throughout the room.
Sonder is certain that the lightning makes your bones blow up now.
Yep, definitely. All right, that ends their turns. It is now the armored attendants over here
Oof.
that are now moving forward. They're gonna make 2 great sword attacks on one of them. One is going to be. Let's see. That is a 6 to hit, and then the second one is a 18 to hit. Sorry.
Oh.
And on that one, as it swings, it's going to be 9 points of slashing damage.
Oh, okay. It did not blow
So,
up.
are these just like plain skeletons? Do they have weapons on them, or is it just skeletons?
Skeletons, they have the melee weapon attack, and they have a short bow.
Okay, so sure, we'll just go with that. It says these, so it manages to block. Yeah, it manages to block one's attack. The other one is going to make it also 2 swings. One is going to be a 6, and the other one is going to be a 15.
Okay, so the 15 hit.
15 hits. All right, so then that is going to be 10 points of slashing damage
For the
one
one?
for the one attack. There was
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I did one attack on one, and then the other one did another attack on the other guy, on the 2 that are
Okay.
standing over there.
Okay. Gotta write this shit down.
That'll probably be handy. All right, so that brings us up to Galil's turn.
See.
Yeah.
I'm gonna move back on top of the table.
Okay, so 5, 10. Up here?
Yeah.
Okay.
And then longbow number 3.
This guy over here? All right, cool.
Yeah.
Still have guiding bolt
No, it was just that one time.
because he did another one, the crit
Yeah.
guiding bolt. I thought.
Yeah.
Yeah, so then yes, this would be with advantage. Good call, because I had
Oh,
forgotten.
sweet.
That felt like so long ago.
It was 2 skeletons ago.
I know.
So 18 plus 7.
That hits.
Pretty sure that one hits.
That hits. Yes, that hits.
And my second longbow attack. 12 plus 7. So 19.
That also hits.
Okay, so
Fire off those bows. Each of the arrows finding their mark.
the first damage is 7.
Okay.
And then the second one is only 5.
All right. You can see now there's more of that silver goo that just kind of is oozing down the fronts of its tunic. Some of it's like hitting on the floor. It pools separately almost in the water. It's just like it's such a strange substance.
Then I'm gonna have
Oh, no.
Oh,
ouch!
Yourself.
We'll just give you a moment. It's fine. It's not Oreo. It's fine. This one is Finn.
I'm gonna have Finn fly back.
Okay.
Ouch! That one hurt me.
Okay, so it's going where? Which direction? Fly backwards?
Yeah, fly backwards.
Okay.
60 feet.
Alright, so if I...
Ouch.
I feel as if we were entirely justified in being intimidated by these guys. Like,
Yep.
Yeah.
Stains
That-
everywhere.
That
Oh, no.
that creature that was like right up next to it's going to try and make an opportunity attack. It's going to try and grab at him as he had just finished exploding the skeleton. Natural 4, so that brings it up to 10.
Nope.
Okay. All right. So
Say-
there's that crackling of the fingers passing through the air, whoosh, but it like brings lightning back as like tracers as it goes through the air where Finn had been just moments before. All right. So that ends your
Have you all
turn.
tried apologizing to them?
I think it's a little bit late for that.
All right. Top of the round. Iskra, it is your turn.
oh boy. Well, I don't think I want to get close to these guys. Let's see. That's how I was like 60 feet from either of the groups.
Yeah.
Right.
Mhm.
Okay. Let's reconstitute this rip current on the magic users because they're
Okay.
apparently really scary and I don't want them to touch anyone.
All right.
So
So
just from back here.
just from back here.
Well, let's see. I need to move.
You
so
can
that I'm
move.
not-
You want to move up to. I mean, not telling you what to do, but if you get up to this table right there, you'll have a clear shot between these two guys.
That's, yeah, just as long as I have a clear shot.
Yeah, so we'll say you move up to there. You get up on the table, concentrate once again, funneling water from your simic ether, whatever.
I was just using like a little flask, but I guess since I'm running out of water, maybe I should
Yeah, you pull
start using a
like
different element.
well, yeah, no. As you walk, well, I mean that's completely up to you. There's probably the reason why they use gusts of the wind for that one, because the air is pretty easy to just channel. But you would say we'll
Hey,
just.
maybe it's time for me to learn if there's nothing left.
And this was how Iskra learned airbending.
Perfect. I'm down for it.
Wait, are you for real?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So, like, reaching out, you try and channel the water again like you had done before, but the water pooling towards you, you have to pull it from where it's pooled around and spilled about the cafeteria. This is too slow. This is not fast enough. If only you could just focus on something. You extend your hands out again, almost in frustration, and you feel a vacuum of air passing by you, just not pulling you, but you can just feel the air flowing from your fists, and it blows past Galil and Aliquin just in this gust of wind, sending whatever plates, runners, everything that was on those tables in front of you just goes flying towards the creatures that were flying in the air, and now they are being start getting blasted in the face. Their faces doing the whole thing of in the face of the air. Kindred, it is now your turn.
Okay. So, how do the magic users? Do they look pretty beat up and hurt? Like,
It's kind of hard to tell. There is no signs of weakness on their bodies whatsoever. Like, aside from the fact that one of them is bleeding out from several arrow wounds, that's the only sign of damage that they seem to be taking. Aside from like those, like the silvery liquid that's falling, that's like the only indication. But other than that, there's no change in posture. There's no change in facial features. Like, they are,
okay. So,
inhuman, as it were.
seeing how Iskra's got that side covered, I'll look back to the other side and I'll.
You can hear the clanging of metal on metal of the combat that's going on over there.
Okay. And then just like standing up and kind of right next to Iskra, just be like, "Good blowjob," and then I'll just go forward 2 tables up behind. Is that Aliquin on the table?
This is Sonder on this table. Aliquin's
Okay.
between the tables.
So then jumping up to the next 2 tables next to Sonder.
Oh, going over here?
Yeah, but like in between them.
Oh, right here?
Mm-hmm. I just want to like, can I reach in my pocket, pull out the flask of oil, and just throw it at them?
Sure. I'll count that as like a bonus action.
Okay. So
Go ahead and make
just
an
not even
attack
really
roll.
Aiming. Attack. No, it's spell attack. So 11.
11? Okay.
Because no bonuses, right? 'Cause
Right.
it's-
You're just tossing it.
Yep, 11.
Okay.
And then seeing it hit.
Well, it goes,
take-
it's flying through it at them in that direction. Yeah. Because this is all, I mean, this is just simultaneously you're throwing it in the air in their direction, and then you're
Yeah,
going to
so
do
as
what?
soon as I release it, just hold my hand out and fire bolt.
Firebolt. Go ahead and make an attack roll, trying to hit the oil flask.
6 plus 15.
15? Okay. So as the oil flask hits the ground, spraying all over, like right at the feet between the 2 attendants and the 2 skeletons there, it shatters and spreads out. You fire the firebolt, and it flashes in and hits the oil, starting to ignite it as it starts burning quickly in that area.
And seeing as how it worked, or at least I think it worked, I'm just going to duck back down behind the table.
The one that you're at right now?
Yep.
Okay. You just kind of crouch down there. Alrighty. Renan, it is now your turn.
There are 2 in the room or 4 in the room?
Currently,
4.
now there are 4 for the moment.
Then I am going to the one that's a little worse for air.
Okay.
The
The one has the
I'm
most
gonna
arrows
cast-
in it.
I'm gonna cast Eldritch Blast, focusing both beams on him.
Okay. So you fire off once again.
And that is a 17 and a 19 respectively.
To hit. Both. Both of them hit.
Awesome. Awesome stuff. Oop, that was unintentional. That is a 7 and a 10.
7 and a 10. 17 damage total.
4 stage. Anything to
Yeah. So
play into.
Ouch. The blasts strike it in both shoulders. You can see one of the arms just gets shorn completely off its body, flying backwards in the wind gusts, spraying silvery liquid like all over the side of the wall as it just like falls kind of like onto its feet now, no longer floating in the air. It like lowers its head just a moment and then just slowly looks up at the source of the blast. Is that the end of your turn? Yeah. Okay. Sonder, it is now your turn.
Okay. I am going to. I'm going to pick up my bow. Withdrawing my other weapons. Is that my turn?
I would say that's your bonus action. For
Okay.
putting everything back and picking up your bow and kind of getting the arrow ready.
I'm going to crouch kind of behind the table.
Okay, so you're getting
Just
off.
uncover a bit. Yeah.
Getting off and kind of hiding down behind the table there.
And then I'm going to.
The food wars begins.
Yeah. And then I'll go ahead and strike on the one that just got their arm blown off.
All right, so facing back towards the magical attendants, right?
Yeah.
All right, go ahead.
That is going to be, come on. Awesome. 21 to hit.
21 hits
And then I got another attack. That's also a 21 to hit.
on both hit.
For-
Go ahead and roll damage.
All right. 9 and 11.
9 and 11.
And then
All right, how do you want
I'll
to do
go
this?
ahead and. Oh, okay. One in each eye.
Okay.
Yeah.
As you see its body kind of like rising up again, staring at Renan, you can see its eyes start lighting up as if it was getting ready to do another attack. You crouch down, fire off your bow. Both arrows right into the eye, splashing that like silvery liquid out from its sockets as like the arrows themselves start like having like this little electrical sparks that kind of run along their length.
Oh,
The
shit.
body takes a step back before, from the feet all the way to the top, you just see this large puff of like fire and smoke that just disintegrate it from top to bottom, just almost as if it had just burst into flames, not blowing up in like a large show. It just completely incinerates itself, disintegrating into fire and smoke. It just falls to the ground.
Question.
That's interesting.
Um,
Ooh.
all right, so that ends your turn.
That'll be my turn. And I'll go and crouch down.
Oops. All right, crouching down. All right, Aliquin, it is now your turn. Yeah, you're muted.
I was like, okay, cool. So I'm going to go ahead and do the double Eldritch Blast to the little green guy right here.
This one up here.
Yes.
All right. Fire off your Eldritch Blast.
Let's see. So the first one is I do things. So first one is a 17,
17 hits.
and the second one is a 21.
Also hits.
So the damage on the first one is going to be 9, and damage for the second one is going to be a 8.
8. Okay. All right. As these blasts start burning into its flesh, you can see where the same spots are now kind of blackened, but then also silvered at the same time. All right. Do you need any movement or anything else?
I'm actually gonna start going back that way more, like away from this. I'm gonna get closer to the window for a little bit.
All right. So backing up. How far do you want to
Yeah.
go?
Let's go 15 feet, or
That's
20
50.
feet.
Okay. So that's 15. This will be 20 right back here.
Okay, that works.
All right. Let me just
Staying 60 feet within your zombies.
Oh, am I within?
Probably just barely. Hold on.
5, 10, 15, 20, 25,
Where's
30,
my
40,
stupid thing?
45.
So 60 feet would be. You are 60 feet within that one, and yeah, you are 60 feet within those other two. So you're just at the range. You probably
Very
couldn't go
nice.
back any further.
Okay.
All right.
Little lines are taut.
Yeah. All right. So that ends your turn. Soul. You on the outside of the building. You are like kind of trying to stay as low to the ground as possible, ducking around the little snow banks, under bushes, crawling around the edges of the building, just out of range. And you find the entrance. You try and turn towards it, and you hit a solid force of a solid force.
Oh.
Dang, so it's already all the way on the ground?
Yes, it would appear so. Right where you hit, you can see like a little ripple of magic that kind of moves up. Because now by this point, the school itself is starting to be just looks like a black shape. It's almost like it's covered in a black tarp. As you would hit it, the last of the school fades from your view directly in front where that archway was, and is now just like darkness.
Okay. Well, it's gonna sound funny. This is beyond me.
Make a perception check for me real quick.
Okay. 19.
You hear
Nice.
from across the courtyard the sound of like creaking wood as it appears that the cargo hold of the ship is starting to lift back up.
Okay.
You're probably about
it-
about 70 feet from it.
Well,
So, just throwing this out there, if you dash, you could get pretty freaking close. If you so desire.
Oh, well,
10.
that's 60.
What are you going to do, Sol?
I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know why I'd want to go in there. Honestly, what I want to do is how far am I from the airship that we came from?
Miles.
Miles? Oh my god.
And it's on the
Alright.
outside. You're currently stuck on the inner courtyard of this school. So you would have to figure out a way to get to the outside of the school and then travel. Oh, God, I want to say you guys parked like, was it 5 or 10 miles away? It was
10.
It was like 10 miles outside of town because you would wanted to stay far enough away to where they wouldn't spot the ship coming down.
Yeah.
We had our little tiny ones that were like a mile away.
Yeah.
Okay, then yeah, in that case, that is pretty much one of my only options is to try to hitch a ride in there if they are able to take off. So let me do that. I will sprint over to try to make it inside.
All right. So
The speed of
you
30.
can hear it as it's starting to creak up from where it's like laying flat on the ground already. Like it's starting to like start to move, right? So you take off like a bolt of greased weasel lightning, taking off as fast as you can. Being sight be damned, you are just barreling as fast as you can. It's like Skrit in the Ice Age movies, only a weasel instead of a squirrel. You're just like going as quick as you can across
I'm imagining
this
all of
courtyard.
this in vivid detail.
Me too.
It's like Kim
As Scrat.
Possible's naked mole rat.
Yeah, you're just like
yeah.
the little speed lines going behind you as you are just charging across. Snow is being kicked up. There's like the little like plume of like the Roadrunner and Looney Tunes, just like of snow that's just
Pikachu,
going.
use
Yeah.
Bolt Tackle.
Yeah.
Just flying across that courtyard. All right. That brings us to the attendant's turn on the inside. Seeing its comrade fall, it's for a moment you see its head turn to look at it, and then it goes back, and this heads right up to. Oh well, first it needs to make a strength saving throw because it's got wind blowing on it. Which it fails at a 3.
And I need to stop making assumptions of what you're going to say next, because I seriously thought you were going to say its head spins around like.
I mean, with these
That's the
things,
Exorcist thing.
yeah, with these things you don't know. So it goes back 15 feet, right?
Yes.
Alec, when do your zombies go?
I have no idea.
It's
Yeah,
a
you
con-
loaded up.
It's a concentration for an hour
Oh, okay, but like, when do they actually attack?
on your turn
Sure.
as a bonus action.
Oh, now I know.
Yeah, it's
All right.
it's in there. It's in the spell. I said it as a bonus action. You can mentally command.
I never have bonus actions. I don't know what that means.
I even asked you, do you want to do anything else?
Okay, good to go.
Yes.
Does the skeleton get an attack of opportunity as the?
Ooh.
The skeleton should
Yeah.
technically, wouldn't the skeleton also have to make a strength saving throw?
It would on its
On
turn,
its turn, which is
Alcuin's
which
turn.
is now Alcuin's turn the next round. Okay.
That's confusing. This is why I do stuff.
That's okay. We'll just go ahead and make an attack of opportunity on it just in case. Let's just see what happens.
Yes.
That's fine.
So it is.
As it flies through the air with it.
Yeah. Someone out in the hallway just sees this attendant and a skeleton flying across the hallway, just like.
Let's see.
The
so
best
I have to
skeleton.
do Attack roll.
That daredevil in life. And
So I'm gonna do this, but it's gonna be only +4, not +8.
Right.
So this is going to be a. I can't math right now. 14.
14 just hits.
Oh, yay!
Yes.
Yay.
I've never hit someone with a sword before. Yay!
Yay, mage problems.
Yeah.
Just mage things.
Just mage things.
Yeah.
Yeah, hashtag just mage things.
Dude,
Now I have to look up the skeleton thingy. And so it's 1d6 +2. And then you said add my
Well,
modifier, which is
so
4?
instead of the +2, you do a +4.
Okay. So 1d6 +4.
Yes.
So 5 + 4.
It's 9. All right.
9. Yeah.
So 9 slashing damage as it like makes a quick slice, cutting through parts of its tunic, and more of that silver goo starts oozing out from the cut as it flies back into the hallway. It raises its arm once again, and the lightning starts charging down its arm as another bolt flies. Where did I put the thing?
Away. You put it
As
away.
another bolt flies out from it in a 60-foot this direction. So it strikes the zombie and Iskra once again. Iskra, you are just a target. But it's fair. I mean,
She's,
you're doing
statically charged.
you're doing a line attack. It's doing a line attack. It's just like. Go ahead and roll some dexterity check for me.
21.
That'll work.
Like Saunders said, dexterity's our thing.
Yeah, for real. The zombie, the skeleton?
Oh, it's probably dead by now. Yeah, poof, gone.
No, well, what? Just make the deck save. You don't know. Maybe this little skeleton you can whip snap that string real quick, and it just kind of like does a really weird puppet move.
Let's see.
cute,
What if
like
he was a monk in his
thrusting.
former life.
Like,
Dexterity.
it like goes perpendicular at the pelvis.
So a 15.
See? Okay, so it succeeds.
Nice. But he gets half.
So
Oh,
it
yeah,
only
so-
takes half damage, but let's see. How did I roll this time?
But if he was a monk in his past life, does
Yeah, no.
No.
So let's see. We've got. Oh my god. Okay. Clear that. So. All right. So that would be 11 points of lightning damage.
And that one hasn't been hit yet.
Right.
So let's see if he's still alive.
Lightning bolt just flashes through the air.
He is still alive. Yes.
Nice.
See, you had written little Tommy off, and Tommy Bones is now like hanging on by a thread.
Hanging on by a-
Literally
and
a
then-
thread.
Literally a thread. Literally just the thread of your finger is holding him up. He's on one leg. The other leg just got shot backwards, flies across the table, and it's just like.
He turns and like gives me a thumbs up.
I believe. The lower jaw kind of unhinges a little, falls to the side.
I have to think of those like claymation skeletons from like
Oh, yeah.
Jason and the Argonaut.
Yeah,
Oh.
just like.
Yeah.
All right. So actually, you say that, and I think I actually have like little Do I have skeletons? No, I just
You
have
must.
undead. I thought they had skeletons on here. Oh no, I do. A skeleton attack. Ooh.
Ooh, cute.
And this is just idle skeleton sounds, which just sounds like
Snake.
yeah.
Like a basilisk.
Hmm.
Oh god.
Yeah. I mean, hey, skeletons are
That's
scary.
basilisk right there.
Skeletons are scary stuff.
Spoopy.
Are they
So-
skeletons.
Are they?
Spoopy
skeletons.
skeletons. Okay, we are
Aaron.
devolving fast.
Shooting away.
Aaron, it's gotta take a poopy.
Oh no. Okay. Anyway, so now we'll go over to the other side of the hall where the armed things are now attacking your other skeletons. Oh, master puppeteer over there.
Well, now that I know how to work them, so yay.
Yeah. 16. Let's see. That's going to be a 20 to hit, and then a natural 20 on one of them. So I'm sorry.
Oh no, it's fine. It's just my kids. That's fine. Whatever.
It's fine. Just the kids. Don't mind the kids. So we have 10 damage for the regular attack. And then, God, this sucks. I would waste. Okay. Well, the next one is going to be 22 points of damage for that skeleton. As that first strike smashes through it, part of the arm. Oh, the music got all sad. One of the arms just goes as the
It's all
arm.
happening in slow motion.
Yeah,
though. It's just
it's like it starts charging forward as another swing just completely cuts it through the center of the spine. The bones just kind of fall through the air as it just kind of crumbles and breaks apart in pieces, smashing on the floor and shattering like glass.
damn.
The next
Like
creature.
Obi-Wan and Qui-Gon all over again.
Yeah.
Right.
No. Your little babies. One down. The next one is a. Oh, Jesus. Okay. One is a 4 to hit, and then the one after that
Okay.
is a 10. So
Okay.
whoever that one is, he is one lucky little bugger, as he's just like ching,
Yes.
ching, holding on for dear life, defending against the.
I'll save you, Dad.
Are you proud of me now?
Through his ribs at the empty space.
That.
Yeah.
Galil, it is now your turn.
Whistling along.
Horrible.
What are you gonna do?
I'm gonna aim my attacks at the attendant again.
Okay. Fire away. You can hear Finn in the back corner, like nervously pacing, wanting to do something.
+16 +7,
That hits.
and the second one is gonna be a 16 total.
16 total.
Yeah.
That also hits.
Wow. So 1d8 +3. So the first one's 7
7. Okay.
damage, and the second one is 10 damage.
All right. 10 damage. This brings it down. All right. Good job. So 17 total. Both arrows. You're now starting to turn this thing into a pincushion with each of the arrows that just kind of sticks in at different places. And again, no reaction. It just seems to be taking the damage as it starts trying to push forward through the wind that is currently shafting it into the hallway, shifting it, whatever. You know, it's doing the thing where it pushes it in the hallway and the thing. That's what it's doing.
It's thrusting into the hallway.
Okay. So
Why don't we use the word buffering?
there you go. It's buffering buffeting it into the hallway. Buffeting it into the hallway.
That sounds so good.
All right. So
Yeah, them buffers.
right. That brings us to the top of the next round. Iskra, what are you doing?
I'm gonna maintain this because it seems to be working well for the situation.
All right. Continuing to focus, you can feel the strength of the air flowing around your arms. You're like, I don't know why I've never thought of this before. Air is everywhere. All right. So that you stay put there, funneling this like vortex of air that funnels into the doorway there. Kindred, it is now
I
your
try
turn.
to give it more shape.
Yeah, you can see it as it kind of moves, almost like it's like tunnel, an air tunnel, and you just kind of concentrate it, focused and more focused. Go, Kindred, go.
Did the sword guys did it like pretty hurt?
Hard to tell.
Okay. Fuck. Not knowing what to do, I am. Oh, I can't do that. Seeing the fire and everything, just going to recast Firebolt at the one closest to the zombie or the skeleton.
Okay. Go for it.
15.
15. 15 hit. No, 15 misses. Sorry.
Okay.
So the firebolt flies towards it, and even though its attention is focused on the skeleton, you can see its sword just bring up enough to kind of absorb some of that fire damage into its body, not really seeming to cause much of an effect.
Wait, you said it absorbed?
Well, just like absorbed into like the armor, you know, it doesn't really,
okay.
yeah, it blocked it just to absorb the impact. It doesn't really take any damage.
Okay. So then, saying that, I'm just gonna duck back down and just be like, fuck, and still try to think of a way out of here. Can I spies remember Aelin?
You can try.
I'd just be like, what the fuck's the plan? Was that y'all? I hope it was y'all.
Okay.
That's it.
All right. That ends your turn. Ronan, it is now your turn. Yep, there you go.
There we go. My bad. I mean, I seem to be doing okay with the Eldritch Blast. I'm just gonna use it again.
All right.
I'm doing okay with that.
Yeah,
Let's
yeah.
stick to what's working right now. My alternatives break a lot of things, so that being said.
So firing off the Eldritch Blast, are you doing it at the armed ones or the mage one?
The mage one.
Okay.
26 was the first one.
Okay.
And a 15.
Both of those hit.
Oh, thank God. All right, cool. Got it. Haha, 2 10s.
Nice. All right. So 20 damage total. As you fire out those two lightning charged eldritch blasts sizzling through the air around your comrades as it strikes into the attendant. You can see it sizzle and crackle of that magical energy as it kind of like now lowers itself onto both of its feet.
They snap, crackle, popped.
It snap, crackle, popped. All right, so it is still looks like it is advancing. Next up, then anything else you were gonna do? Nope. Sonder, it is your turn.
I'm going to take 2 hits towards the mage one.
The mage one. Gonna
with
fire
my-
off the 2 arrows again.
Yeah.
Fire off those 2 arrows.
Okay, so one is a 16 to
That
hit,
hits.
and the other is a 13.
13 misses.
Okay. I'll invoke I'll invoke Death Strike, adding a d6 to my attack using a Kensei point.
Okay.
That first attack is going to be 11, 6. That is 15 points of damage.
All right.
When I take the shot, golden like worms spiral around the arrow as it hits.
All right. Nice. That arrow flies through the air in a very quasi Overwatch dragons kind of swirling around the arrow as it just kind of fires through the air, spiraling, hitting it with even more damage. You can see its body take the shot. The bolt going clean through its body is just kind of like, and it kind of trembles forward on one leg, starts raising an arm up as if trying to deflect from the wind. It looks hurt. You can see now it's gushing silvery liquid with each pump, just like.
Nice.
Nice. All right. Anything else you want to do?
Can I use my bonus action to try to flip the table?
It would probably need a full action to do that, unless you had
Okay.
already told Kindred and you were both gonna try and do it. But that would take a full action because those are heavy tables. It's not light enough for you to just flip upwards.
Yeah, I'm gonna say out loud. I'm gonna try to flip the table, and that'll be my next prepared thing.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So then that brings us to Aliquin. It is now your turn. So don't forget your bonus actions, sir.
And don't forget the one skeleton has to now do its strength save to see if it gets pushed into the hallway.
Yes.
Yes. Oh shit. Yeah.
Go ahead and do that.
Now do that right now. Yeah.
And then Soul, you're up next.
Strength check is going to be a 12.
Okay, so it gets pushed into
It gets
the
So
hallway.
it
pushed
gets,
in. Yeah.
it flies forward towards the mage.
This might actually be a good thing.
Okay. So, can I start with my bonus action?
Sure.
And is it just for one of them or is it for both of them? And do
You can do a command that kind of covers all 5 of them. So if you're telling them all to attack, they'll be attacked.
Okay. Can I pretty much tell both of them to load your arrows and shoot with your short bow?
If you want. I mean,
Okay.
they're both up in melee range, so probably you're wanting to attack. I mean, I would just use. You could
Oh,
say
okay,
it, to attack the enemies, and they can make the decision of what the, how they're doing it from
Okay.
there. But
Hit him with your sword again.
hit him with your sword! Hit him with your sword!
It worked last time.
Get them.
Okay, make an attack roll for me as it's flying towards this mage. This actually might be pretty freaking badass if this works.
Just like goes with the wind and just.
So
The
that'd be
music.
a plus. So that'd be a +4 instead of the +8. Okay.
Oh my gosh.
So to hit that, got it. Go back to the page.
Stop! The tension's too much! I can't take this!
Just give the skeleton inspiration. Just do it.
So it would be a 19 to hit. And for and for damage,
Here, I'm.
so
Go ahead.
so it's 1d6 plus 4. Okay, cool.
I'm just gonna save you the time, considering
No, you're good.
how
No,
much.
no, I got
No.
this.
Okay.
I want to do it. Okay, fine. Go ahead.
Considering that even with the +4, it only has 2 health points left.
Okay, so whenever he does
Whatever
it,
you do, it's gonna be fine.
sweet. Okay, so he
The
gets
skeleton,
pushed-
pushed off of its feet, flies forward, sword up, ready to attack. What's it doing? How do you want to do this?
Well, whenever he like lands, like it's just stab face.
Okay.
I don't know.
So, flying through the air, what's the skeleton's name? Fernando. His name is now Fernando. Fernando is now sword up above his head in a very like, "Ah!" If he had a mouth to make those sounds, it's just like, it just flies forward, sword up and over his head. In a very epic slow motion move, it just plants the sword dead into the creature, into the attendant's chest, straight through, both bodies tumbling back into the wall behind it with the force of the skeleton's impact. The skeleton kind of bounces, now out of range, just kind of falls to the ground.
Oh no! I yell out, got him!
You see, those of you facing that wall, see the attendant slam back into the wall and burst into flame and smoke, just as the previous one had done, blasting up and making like a brief little like smoky outline on the back of the wall on the other side. Now completely obliterated. Do you want to do anything else on now that you still have your action left?
I do. So
And go ahead and make another attack roll for this other guy on this
guy.
other side.
Oh shit!
And then what are you wanting to do for your action?
So let's gonna see. For him, it's gonna be just a regular short sword for that one. I rolled a 16, but plus 4. So to hit.
16 to hit.
Mm-hmm.
Okay,
16 plus 4 to hit. So 20.
that hits.
And then a d6 plus 4. So that's going to be an 8 damage. And it's
8?
going to be the guy. Yes, and it's going to be the guy on the left side.
The guy closest to him, right? Right there.
Yeah. Yes.
8 damage. Got it. All right. So then that was both attacks, or just? Oh, he only does one. I'm sorry, I forgot. This
No,
is
you're
not
good.
you. Okay. So that's his sword swinging, right? Yeah. And then for your action, what are you wanting to do?
I'm going to do a double Eldritch Blast to both of them. 'Cause I
Okay.
know how to do that.
You fire off both bolts of the at them. Words.
Love that between Aliquin and Ronan, there's
right?
just Eldritch Blast. Just like
Going everywhere.
It's like it turned into like a Star Wars blaster fight without even being like a Star Wars blaster fight. It's like lightning,
yeah, but we get
like
to actually hit the target.
Oh, no, seriously.
the lightning bolts
So
are
it-
like little Death Stars beams. Go on.
All right, so to hit's going to be a 26 because it's 18 plus 8.
That
And then
hits.
for damage. Well, that's the first one. So
Right.
the damage on the first one is a 12,
Got it.
and for the second one to hit is a 24,
That hits.
and the damage for that's going to be 7.
Very nice. The one that is the closest on the left is starting to look like it has the most amount of fluids that is just pooling down around its feet right now. But both shots are well placed. Soul, you are scurrying as quick as you can across the courtyard. Running, you can see now the lift is now maybe a couple feet off the ground itself. You have your mind goes quick into one of two options. You can either try and make a running leap, or run back behind underneath the hold, try and bounce as much as you can off the wall to jump back up onto the thing. Which direction would you like to go?
Okay, so I can either jump into that thing that's rising.
Yeah, or kind of
Or-
use the wall to kind of like parkour yourself up there. Possibly. Either one is a possible.
Ooh. Oh goodness. I'm gonna try to just bank it and jump into that closing hole.
Okay, so you're just going to make the running leap. Go ahead and make an acrobatics check for me. As you are running. You are probably only like 6 feet from it at this point as you're like running, going as fast as you can.
Okay. Come on, please roll high for this. That was not a high roll. I got a 7.
7. What? Okay, let me see here. What's your movement speed?
It is 30 normally.
30. God, it's been so long since I've had to like try and calculate how to jump.
You had a running start.
Yeah, I know.
yeah,
That's
yeah.
why I'm. How does one do? Okay, hold on. I can do this. Okay. Yeah, no, for real. Well, I'm just trying to remember how you calculate jumps. But I know, because I know that there's a difference between jumping from while you're standing still to trying to make like a running jump or something.
Yeah. you
But-
had on.
I don't.
Does it matter if I was sprinting?
Yeah, well, okay, there it goes. Chapter 8. Let's see. Long jump. Okay.
Looks like 10 plus strength or something.
Yeah. All right. So that's fine. We're just because sounds awesome, and we're just gonna do it. So as you are running, you leap, and your front paws, as you try and grab for it, hit the very edge of the back of the cargo door, and you tumble face first and barrel roll onto the surface. You're like just barely made it enough to where your front paws hurt horribly,
Oh,
but you have now made it onto the deck of the ship as the door is starting to close, and you breathlessly just like you're like looking around. Make a quick perception check for me.
okay. Jeez, I'm going to replace this dice.
Dice jail.
12.
12. You look about and you see the inside of this room. I'm going to change this real quick because I want to. And you because I want to. No other reason. Yeah, we'll go with this. That's fine. You look around you and you see hanging on the walls meat hooks of various sizes and chains dangling from the rooftop of this inner cargo hold as the door is like closing up behind you. You see the ground is covered in filth and
Ew.
flesh and bones and torn pieces of creatures, still some with flesh on it, some frozen in place against the wall. You see even a couple of what looks like human body parts. Some of them half consumed, some of them frozen as if kept for later. This is terrifying. and the door shuts, and you are now in complete darkness inside of this cargo hold. Meanwhile, in the dining room, as this fight has gone on and continued, you can see the two armored mage, and now the room is completely covered in the darkness. The only light coming from above, and the dim light kind of cascading around this area.
My fire isn't going from the oil?
No, there is a little. Yeah, it's still burning, but it's not bright. It's not enough to
Okay.
be like. It's not like a large, not like gasoline.
Like dim light?
Huh? It's still making dim light, casting these odd shadows, kind of dancing on the fires. The attendants, partially still on fire themselves, take a step back, both of their swords raised in front of them as they kind of lower them down. Their mouths open, and you hear from inside of them, no mouth movement, the voice of Amaranth.
I see you're wanting to play this the hard way. Well, I assure you, two can play that game. Find me if you can.
And as that last bit seems to have been coming from the voices of the attendants themselves, you hear it echoing throughout the dark hallways beyond. And that's how we'll end for tonight.
You're downstairs in your study and beating that staff.
So,
Oh,
Well,
we'll pick up on that next week. Yes. Good job,
what
guys.
have we got? Thank you.
That was pretty freaking cool. I am very impressed with how well you guys worked together without really knowing what was going to be happening. So, that was pretty dope.
That was awesome.
it was great.
Yes. Let's see. I don't really have much. Oh, tomorrow, for those of you who are watching, tomorrow we are going to be having a special one-shot here on the channel. We will be doing a Victorian-themed Ghostbusters little thing, so should be some fun little moments along with some scary moments, perhaps. Who knows? But we'll have our very own Galil and Iskra joining a couple of other friends as we take on the adventures of Victorian London-topia. We'll just do like a random... It's like San Francisco, but it's London-topia. Lundaris? Maybe it's Lundaris. Who knows? We'll find out.
I just went straight to Sweeney Todd for London.
Sure. But yeah, so tune in tomorrow. We'll probably start around 7 and see what kind of fun little things we can get going on with that. But other than that, we will see you next week for the next segment of whatever is going to befall the Brigade of 8, as they are now enclosed in a scary school in the dark.
And
And Soul, who's in like the butcher's mart inside of this yeah. Ooh, can you imagine how that smells? Yum. Delicious. All right, anyway.
Wolf
Well,
Ooh, and if it's
ability.
pitch black, that means your other senses are heightened.
oh, yeah.
Yep.
Yep. Perfect weasel senses. You can smell everything. All right, guys. We'll see you next time. Bye.
Good night, y'all. Bye.